Yo, what's up? Detroit is definitely in the building via your headphone, stereo, and speakers. Of course, this is your man's the African Caesar. And, kind of a full house, -1. But to my left, we got the Katrina of the show, the resale guy, Gino.
Stop.
And then,
That's all I got for you. Just stop.
His protege.
Wow.
I'll take it.
Dunks.
Slam.
The bot topic himself. For real?
Dunk.
Wow.
I said it, didn't I?
Wow, that didn't even feel like a dunk. It felt more like a layup.
A finger roll.
Not even that.
Oh, okay.
Finger roll got some finesse to it. You were just like, eh.
So which one?
It felt like a WNBA layup.
Dunk. Would that give us some
with
finesse?
The apostrophe on there.
Dunk.
We'll get into it, but we got some dope dunk releases coming up, colorways, all that.
Yes.
Yeah, and more Nike by Use on eBay.
And I cannot be. I've been waiting all week to
That's
get to this list.
Pissed.
To get to this list of the ugliest Air Jordans of all time, because I was listening back to last week's show.
Of all time?
Yeah.
I've been rolling over in my sleep for the past week trying to figure out what's on. Not like I couldn't look the list up, but I was like, it would feel more if I just didn't know.
Hold on, are fusions on this?
No, this is signature models.
Okay.
Signature Air Jordan models, and I think they went 1 through 14.
Everyone always gets pissed when I say I don't like 9s.
Well, it's not just the silhouettes, the colorways.
I know it's a 9 on there then.
Oh, I guarantee it's a 9. Honestly, I can't even remember the list. I haven't looked at it since last week myself.
I'm trying to think.
So it'd be
which
interesting.
9
also, too, Nike.
I think I know which 9 is on there too.
Those olive boot-looking ones.
The olives are cold, man, and I know they're on that list.
The olive 9s?
Yeah,
olive 9s are dope.
I love the olive 9s,
but
I have a feeling that they're on the list.
And are we talking about the boots, or are we talking about the actual?
The actual shoe.
Oh, those are dope. I love when they come in different colorways.
Classic.
Right, see, Dunks is looking at me like, are you ridiculous? Are you kidding me?
Well, no, I'm just holding back. Like, it's too early in the show to get attacked, so let's agree to disagree. And I can't wait to hear the list.
Drink some more Red Bull so you get hyped up.
Right. Why are you grabbing your chest like that?
My mic, my chest. I mean, I got anxiety.
What's wrong?
All right,
I'm happy to be
You scared
here.
of being in a room full of black people? Like
that's what it is.
You should be used to this by now.
Man, I'm just waiting for you guys to turn this into a Trump joke or something. We're not going down that route today.
No, I
he did it to himself. Like there's nothing for us to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck Trump.
He is a joke.
I have no more patience with
Hey, I saw a funny ass joke though, and it was a picture of Mario crying, saying that he just found out that Trump was impeached twice.
Wow, it took a second.
And when you see the visual,
makes sense.
It
took a second, but I got it.
Yeah. When you see the visual, it's hilarious.
I liked.
with finesse.
No. I mean, I ain't mad at Dunk. I mean,
he tried.
Yeah.
We got to see the picture though.
Warming up.
Yeah, he had to stick the landing, but that's all. That's good.
Keep drinking.
But also in this week, we're gonna touch on. We was talking about this before the show, like the whole resale thing and everything, and fakes and whatnot. And Nike and Converse are coming at people with a vengeance. Like they're going after, I think it's like 600 websites.
I think it was in the billions cumulatively.
The amount of money.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I got my thoughts on that too. But first, this is the Sneaker Box radio show, live from the Podcast Detroit studios, a part of the Sneaker Bar Detroit family. Make sure to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at TSB_, the little bar at the bottom, radio. You can follow us on Instagram at the sneakerbox_radio. And if you follow pages on Facebook still, if that's still a thing, you can follow us at the Sneakerbox Radio Show. And make sure to call us on our hotline if you got any sneaker topics or questions you want to ask, or if you want to respond to something we said on the show. I think if you got any hatred towards Dunks, leave our voicemail. Leave us a voicemail.
I've been getting so much hate on Discord recently for bot support. So yeah,
really?
bring it on.
They've turned against you.
They've turned against me.
Jesus.
Because there's such a thing as user error is what I want to go ahead and say, and that's the end of it.
But you get blamed for their errors.
I mean, if you got 5,000 people trying to run a program and 10 support members, and I'm the only one answering questions.
Why come at you?
And now I'm just here. Like, you guys already hate resellers in Discord, and I'm just all over the place. Gino, you can.
We
take
don't
my
hate
job.
you though.
I don't want it.
Right. I don't hate you or Gino.
Yeah. Well, why would you hate me?
Because resellers. If you want to talk to us, like I said, leave us any questions, or you want to bring up a topic, or you just want to hate on Dunks. Leave us a voicemail at 248-677-1803. and we will pick out the best messages and address them on a future episode. We got a couple of them, but I don't feel like putting them up right now. Anyway, Fab 5 sneaker. What's that for next week's show? Fab 5 sneaker releases. Dave's not in here, so I just don't feel like it.
Leave us a voicemail and we just won't check it.
I said in a future episode, I didn't say when. Fab 5 sneaker releases from the previous week. Start with number 5. We got the sneakers and stuff, New Balance collection. Okay. Like, I felt like this week was kind of, I guess. Kanye shrug.
I mean, it's the beginning of the year.
I will say that. Like, I mean, this is why movies don't come out in January.
Yeah,
These not good ones.
It's this time of year, and like right when you hit like that. What's that? Like mid to late August. It's just slow.
Yeah, I feel like right now because you come with the Christmas hype, and then you're getting ready for tax season, so it's kind of like that lull in between. It's that valley between those two mountains.
Yeah, because it seems like everybody I've seen hyped about is just the Raging Bull 5s. That seems to be all the rage.
You remember when I called them the Red Bull 5s at one time?
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh my goodness!
I'm drinking Red Bull again.
There's one voicemail coming your way.
Hopefully we'll take it.
Well, hopefully, yeah, we will take it. Actually,
we just want to listen to it
until I feel like listening to it.
You probably can't even leave a voicemail anymore.
What's I gonna say? There are some. Well, let's get to the Fab 5.
I'll agree with putting these New Balance at number 5. I think that's an appropriate place for them.
Yeah, like I'm not that excited. I mean, considering what came out, you know. Number 4, we have the Adidas Ultra Boost 4.0 DNA. Why are we creating? Okay, let me just get to the name. Hearts, because it has hearts on it. All right, so Adidas, like they trying to come up with these different names for the Ultra Boost 4.0 DNA and Ultra Boost 2021, and like I guess once again, Ultra Boost are the equivalent to Nike's Air Max. I don't know. I just feel like Nike kept it simple. Air Max 97, Air Max 95. Air Max, now they do venture off to the Air Max 95 Indestruct, Air Max Vapor Max. I'm trying to think of another long-ass winded name for a shoe. Nike Air Max Tailwind.
Air Zoom Triax.
Yeah. Can we just keep it simple, like Ultra Boost 4.0. Like minus the DNA. I mean, what is the DNA part? Like
for the longest they were like every year just giving it the name like the year.
And every year they would just change one part of the shoe.
Well, true, but I mean, they at least kept it. They kept it consistent.
Here's an Ultra Boost. This time with a heel clip.
The worst part is this is some of their most creative stuff.
Huh?
This is some of their more creative.
That's not saying
stuff.
a lot. That is a low bar to walk over.
I mean, I don't even think it's necessarily creative. I think it's the more technical aspect. But it just lets you know, like, the lack of
this bar
foresight that they have, like, working in those offices. Like, they can't come up with anything. The best thing they had was bounce. Care what nobody said. But they let that fizzle away.
You know what? I looked into that, and I entertained the idea, and I think it would have been more successful if it literally didn't look like the fucking word boost and come out around the same time.
What, bounce?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, give it some individuality. I just feel like the bar is so low, your foot is barely leaving the ground.
Like bounce was
minimal
dope,
effort.
but bounce is what you got if you couldn't afford boost. Is kind of how.
I mean,
I gotta agree though. I like bounce more than I like boost, and at least they
bounce.
own that. I think. Shit,
You would hope so.
Right, man.
Well, knowing them, they probably don't.
That sucks. Your best thing you don't even own, so it ain't even yours. So you can't even take credit for it, really.
That's why they bought Reebok. So they can have something they feel like they can own.
Yeah.
It's like a cheap whore. Like, we did what we needed to do, which we lost all our money.
So Reebok is the side chick?
In-house
side chick?
I don't even know if I call
What is that
Reebok
called, a
their side
mistress?
chick. It's probably worse than a mistress.
Concubine?
I don't
Is
know.
there a difference between?
You dropping all these names? You know?
No, I really don't know. We gotta have Dave back. Somebody put a pin in that note so that we can ask Dave.
This is
what's
what we
difference
need the
between
old white
concubine
guy
and
for?
mistress. Huh?
This is what we need the old white guy for?
He's our in-house Google. Like when we just don't feel like pulling out our phones to
Where's
look up
Francis when you need him?
Google. Or Francis, yes.
bet you
No,
Francis
Francis is
would've
good for
known.
pronouncing words.
That's my worst.
I bet you Francis would have known the answer to that.
You know what? That's in his wheelhouse. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I can't wait for him to listen to this and just throwing up his hands like, why
I bet you the light bulb.
why are y'all dragging my name into this?
The light bulb goes off like, yes, that is what it is.
Yes. Number 3, we have the Peanuts Special Edition Puma Collection. The Charlie Brown characters and all that other stuff. It was okay.
No,
it was okay.
Just go to number 2, man.
I didn't even see it.
It was okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Nobody's saying it's the greatest thing ever. Just considering what came out the previous week.
Shouldn't even have a Fab 5.
What? Cut it out. See, this is why you're you.
Sorry.
Hey.
He's talking about the resale value. He's like, I can't.
Exactly. I know. I can't get these off my hands. How am I supposed to flip these? Number 2, we have the Nike Raygun collection. Does that tickle your fancy?
All right, hold on. Let's
little
talk.
bit.
Hold
Okay.
on. I do want to talk about this for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't hate it. I am disappointed.
Very.
And I mean, back in the early 2007-ish, we saw the first 2 Raygun dunks, the black and the whites. They were amazing, right?
Yeah.
They recently tried to redo those, showing respect to Sandy Bodecker and putting his hoodie on it, which like a little bit of a tie-dye effect to it.
Yeah.
That was dope. There's a few other shoes that have done it. I think a pair of Barkley Posit Maxes maybe, or one of those hybrid shoes did it.
Oh,
I believe
like-
it was some. I think it was.
it was the Chuck Posit, the
Yeah.
first one.
Like
Yeah.
there's a few times.
Oh, look at you, Dunks.
Well, I'm saying like there's a few times Raygun's been applied properly,
Yeah.
and even on less hype models, but they just did like they just did
first of all-
Kyrie's, Air Forces, Blazers, a pair of Converse, and it's just
Flight 89s.
and
Don't forget about the Air Raid.
yeah, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's too much at one time, and I really love the Rayguns. I even have Raygun clothing, and it's like I'm disappointed with it.
I mean, I like the Air Force One. I mean, I felt like
Maybe if it came out by itself though,
That's-
it would be a
that's-
standalone shoe, and I
that's what I was
probably would
gonna
like
say.
it too.
Yeah,
but
I say if they were gonna do that, just drop it on the Air Force One, because that way you can kind of tell the story a little bit, and you can diversify your audience a little bit, so the people that maybe aren't too much in the dunks, you give them something a little bit similar. With the Air Force One, story, everything is solved, but throwing it on a Blazer. I mean,
I like the Blazer more than the Converse, but I was just like, why? It's just too much.
I like the Air Raid just because I like Air Raids.
I feel like if there's been any other week, this would be in like number 5.
It probably wouldn't be on the list.
Maybe. That too. But
I mean, it's
like, I don't hate it.
disappointing.
To me, this seems super generic.
It's too soon and too much.
Yeah. I just wasn't that thrilled
Well, I mean,
about
that's-
anything I saw.
That's typical Nike. They beat the horse
Yup,
until
to
it's
death.
dead.
Well.
So watch, there's gonna be some more Raygun stuff probably coming out later on this year. It's early, still January.
And can I say this too? Real talk, the Chuck Posits had to be one of the most underrated basketball sneakers.
It's extremely heavy.
The first one.
Chuck Posit. Oh,
The
man.
second one has to be one of the most comfortable basketball shoes I've ever worn. Super comfortable. And they were dope. They had actually dope colorways.
They could have did more with it.
What you mean? What more could they have done?
No, I'm saying they could have actually sold it better. Like, in
Oh,
terms of-
yeah. They could have did a better
you
job
know,
of marketing.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was kind of hoping for a Chuck Posit 3, but, once again, I'm going to beat this horse. But, if we're going to continue, like they tried to continue Charles Barkley line with the Chuck Posits, and they've even extended Scottie Pippen's line with the Pippen 6s a few years ago. Well, why are we not extending the Penny line?
Well, they did before.
Like, Jordan ain't playing no more. Y'all keep dropping Jordans. Like, I
Other
mean,
people still wearing these shoes though.
that's true.
When's the last time you seen
Well,
somebody?
dog, people will wear
Hey,
people will
they
wear
tried-
pennies if one of y'all wasn't making whack ass colorways. Like,
They
Not-
tried to bring back the Rodman shoe, the Destructo or something.
Oh, the Indestruct.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even I couldn't support that.
that was more of a nostalgia thing. Like that. Now that's a shoe you make limited quantities of because you don't know,
They don't. That was like the third time they tried to bring that back.
right?
out.
Like I understand that, but shit, people want like the penny threes. Like, why we?
We've been throwing so many penny 3 hints at Nike.
Right, like they got them there. They're
More than any-
there.
yeah.
Drop these bitches.
I'm trying to figure out why he telling us like he
Here,
can't
fuck
just
it, put
like
the
he
ray
can't-
guns on it.
Like he can't just make a phone call like right now and just get it done.
I think he's gonna surprise us
Exactly.
I don't have
with
that
our
type of
initials or something on the heel.
I don't
it's,
have-
oh, wait, it's gonna be it for him. It's gonna be a colorway, C's colorway.
His will have the special box, but I would at least hope we get like
well, like
pairs.
It'll be the Big Mac box.
friends.
Fuck y'all. Two things I want to point out before we get to number one. One, I'm actually matching. I listened to last week and I was like, yo, fuck that. That's never happening again.
Yeah,
Two,
you are right now. I don't know if you a Crip.
for the day. But then
Not
two,
you, I thought red was your shit.
I mean, but I feel like
You don't know
throwing-
what you
I
are.
feel like throwing another Jackie Robinson. I had to put on.
I don't know what you are.
But my sock game is on point today. Yeah, see? I'm telling you, man. And I wasn't even trying. That's the crazy part. Anyway, back to number one. Number one, we have the Air Jordan.
You got a date tonight or something, man?
With my job. For Chrysler.
You know how the plant get down, so.
Nah, man. They wild, man. Like, okay.
When is
let me get through number one because I got to tell you what happened
we
at
know
work.
plant life is wild.
No. This is wild. All right, number one, Air Jordan Retro 5 Low, Chinese New Year. Right.
Don't even try, Dunks. You can't even get it out. Just no.
Can I before you even say what you gotta say? I get it, the whole tearaway cloth shit. Okay, that was cute. I just feel like it's been done ad nauseum. Like at this point,
I told you, I would have liked it better if it would have just been two separate shoes.
I would have liked it better. Just drop the print.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because who's gonna wear that basic shit? Who's gonna wear?
You draw one as a limited edition or whatnot.
But why though? Like who's looking for some low cream 5s?
I'd rather do that than give me the tearaway stuff. Because once I tear that shit off, I can't put it back. So what good does it do me?
Just drop it like that. Because that's what everybody's gonna do anyway. I mean, they might
get creative
with the sections they decide to tear off and leave on.
Yeah, they whack if they do that.
Just give me the shit. Anyway, ugliest shoe of the week. The Adidas NMD R1 Prime Knit Hyper Pop. Just bad.
It wasn't.
This is a case of a colorway.
Shocked.
Close enough.
Right, real close. It's in the family. But no, this is a situation where a colorway can make a decent looking shoe look bad. But anyway, back to my job.
Do people still wear NMDs?
That's a good question.
White kids.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But no,
the same ones who have the Supreme man purses or shoulder strap bags.
Oh, the fact that Supreme could just throw their name on anything, people just like, I gotta have it. It's just
like them Goldone boots.
That should have been an ugliest release.
You talk about something that pissed me off when I saw it.
I'm seeing those. I'm like, so these hot now? These boots? Y'all like these now? Snakeskin at that. It's like, ugh.
I'm surprised you didn't get them. They was red. Had the red pair.
Ugh. Gross. Oh, no way, Jose.
Did we talk about the Volts last week?
Volt phone posits?
The Jordan 1 yellows.
I thought those were trash.
What is there to talk about?
I kind of like it. I'm trying to.
That's not shocking anybody.
Here's the problem with them. When you put your pants leg over them, they probably look dope. But who's still wearing extra baggy pants to do that?
First of all, they need to. If you're gonna put anything over them, put a bag over them and throw them in the trash because they horrible. But beyond that, like for real, like honestly, like is there a bad Jordan 1? Because I swear to God, any Jordan 1 that comes out, everybody thinks it's the greatest release ever. So I'm just kind of like, what's a bad Jordan 1 to y'all?
Any low.
A mid.
Oh yeah. Okay. One high. Let's narrow it down.
The J Balvin.
Those are horrible. That's in a league of his own right there. That is the.
You asked what's a bad one. That would be it right there.
You want to hear the worst part about it? I'm probably going to lose money on a pair of those.
The J Balvins?
Yeah, I did a pre-order thinking they would skyrocket, and prices are going down steadily, and I don't even have them in hand.
You know what's so funny, though? Because I see people posting
Shame on me.
They trying so hard to convince themselves and other people, these are really dope. And it's like, you can tell. You can just look and say, y'all are trying so hard to sell these.
Sure.
I liked them more than you did. I mean, you hated them, and I was like, I'll give them a shot. And then I have a buddy who got a pair, and I was like, okay, I kind of see what Caesar was saying. I was like, maybe these aren't as dope as you think. He's like, the midsole's off pink. Like, you're not paying attention to the detail. I'm like, oh, no, I see it.
No, yeah, it's trash. Like, no, like garbage bag trash. These are like
the midsole is off pink. You're not paying attention to the details.
Right. Like the whole shoe is a rainbow. Like,
there are shoes where I feel like people are trying their damnedest to convince themselves that these are dope. And that's the shoe right there for me. Like, I don't believe anybody anywhere for a second other than J Balvin thinks these shoes are dope.
That's how I feel about me and the Weatherman foam posits.
What I think people, just like any collaboration, anything that's limited, saw those shoes and was like, oh, these are going to give me clout, or I'm going to look cool in these. I'm going to be the only one to have them, at least within my circle. And, yeah, like, those shits is, oh, my God, them horrible.
It looked like a women's shoe.
They look like
that's what it could have been.
I'm so disappointed in Nike because all the bullshit they tell me as to why, well, we don't work with this person because we're Nike and we have a standard to maintain and we can't just give our shoes to anybody. And then you drop this shit And it's like, well, you did just kind of just give your shoe to anybody and let him do anything with it.
The time out, you also waited an entire year, damn near, before putting the shoe out.
They should have kept waiting. I mean, waiting until like the
Should've
planet
just
exploded.
Should have just been a sample.
Until at least I was gone. Wait for me to
It
be
could have
in
been
my
like
grave.
the 7-Eleven dunk.
Huh?
It could have been like the 7-Eleven dunk.
No.
Speaking of the
Could have
7-Eleven,
known about it.
speaking of the 7-Eleven dunk and how it was canceled or whatever,
Yeah.
the strawberry cough, the high top dunks, the SBs, they were delayed. It's officially canceled now. That's what I've been hearing.
Oh shit.
Just
Price
because,
going up.
Just because of the cough.
on the heel, yeah, it was a strawberry coughing and it was offensive with COVID.
shit
Well, now
was
that COVID's not getting any
Oh
better.
my God! Can we please get over this?
That shit was dope.
Can we get please? You know what? Who are
Like,
these sensitive Susies that saw a cough? Oh my God! I had COVID. Or newsman had COVID. This is offensive. It's not. Okay. Take the time to actually think about the context and the nuance. It has nothing to do with COVID. Matter of fact, it was maybe for COVID.
It was a
It was.
marijuana reference.
Yes. Why are we making correlation to things that have no correlation and then getting offended by it?
No, because didn't they put the pictures of that shoe out? Because COVID really hit in America in
what,
like
March?
It was
March?
listen. It was a 420 release. It was scheduled for April 20.
Yeah,
and
but-
COVID
Right.
hit February.
But I was gonna say, like, pictures
End
of it
of
came out
February.
in like January or whatnot. Like,
Well, that was just the
upcoming
picture, but the
release.
shoes were already planned to
That's-
produce
yeah, well,
like
that's
a
what
year
I'm
and a half
saying.
before
But
that.
Todd whatever Brattrud, who does all the 420
Oh my
designs,
God.
he did both skunks. He did the every weed reference shoe ever he's done.
Why? It just feels like people are dumber now than they used to be, where like they see something and they're unable to separate what this is and what that is, and because they have the most minimal of connections, a cough, that somehow there must be a correlation, and because you found a correlation in that, you also find offense in that.
I'm gonna take a page.
Who's
from
offended by this shoe? I want names, numbers, and addresses.
the same people?
Sign
that-
up for our mailing list.
The same people that
Jesus.
stormed the Capitol.
Oh,
Like, why are you offended? God. So now the shoe can't come out because some asshole somewhere decided to just feign outrage over a shoe that had nothing to do with COVID. But because he wants to make that distinction, or she.
it sounds
Now
like
we got to suffer?
Nike's done far worse. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the
I'm
shoe,
making
but
a phone call after the show.
one time Nike put out a shoe with like a logo that almost represented like an Arabic
That's different.
symbol. Yeah, I'm saying, but like that's
Yeah,
understandable.
the
This-
Bacons.
Yeah,
That's
this is
you
a
not doing
Bacons.
your homework.
Yeah, I'm saying like that I can understand. This I cannot.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
but
Like
they
that
still
was,
put the shoe out. They
What
just
shoe
went,
was that?
The Air Bacons. They just went back and
It
took.
was really called
that,
Bacon.
yeah, the
Yeah.
air bubble on the heel.
Yeah, it had the Arabic logo on it, but when they went back and changed it and just put the Nike Air
Exactly.
logo
That
on.
was Nike not doing their homework and
Yeah.
therefore taking something, religious and adding it to a shoe. Whereas this had nothing to do with nothing. This had nothing to do with a failure of research or anything. It's just
It just so happened that
Yeah.
a global pandemic happened out of
know.
nowhere.
I mean, you've got two skunks, you've got the white widow, you got the strawberry cough. It's following a theme and pattern. It's not even out of the blue.
Right, but we shouldn't have to even explain that.
I agree.
Like, you know what I'm saying? To think that Nike is like, how can we make a COVID shoe? Like nobody's thinking like that. Nobody. Well, okay, let me say not nobody.
I'm about to
but
put a
I
mask
like
on
to
one of my
think-
shoes now.
I like to think that Nike's not out there, or any major brand is going to like tarnish their reputation by trying to make light of COVID.
I'm surprised. Now that we're talking about it, I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone on social media literally putting face masks on their shoes.
That'd be the dumbest thing
and it's
I've
about
ever
to
seen.
start.
That'd be. I swear to God.
It's about to start.
I swear to God, if I see that, I'm blaming you, Dunks.
I'll take the credit for that.
I might leave a whole bunch of voicemails on our own show and just to be a whole show of me just ranting on the voicemail.
He gonna start a new number that none of us isn't gonna know about because the other voicemail box is full.
All right, another thing that's
I
been
wish.
another pressing topic, Dave.
Yes.
Is there a difference between a concubine and a mistress?
A what?
I know, right? Random shit, right? Sneaker podcast.
A side chick and a mistress?
No, mistress and a concubine.
Just call her a hoe.
Okay, so a concubine has a very specific definition.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Like that's a very Asian concept. Like that's a very
Do tell.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a mistress is
You like
basically just a
Asians.
side piece.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to know if there was a distinction. I thought it was the same thing, but it was
It's like hooker or an escort.
Escort all day.
There you go. Then you want a concubine.
Whore.
That's offensive. I'm sorry.
No, I thought hoe.
well, he
would
runs
be
a brothel, so I mean, you would think he would know, but
hoes. Just saw one name.
Horrible.
No, whore.
He's
Yeah, bull.
gonna double down on that, huh?
You got to, man. You know?
Releases that are coming out soon. We got the Nike Zoom Freak 2.
Don't
Taxi.
nobody want that.
Actually, I gotta say though, those are probably.
You don't want it.
I'm not saying anything about the colorways in particular. Even though I would say my Nike ID is killing it, but the shoe is actually pretty comfortable. I think it's pretty dope. I like it. And you got a pair, don't you? You got the the Freak ones. Yeah.
He sold them.
You know he did.
They are still in the house.
Whose house?
My house.
Going for how much?
They not for sale.
You say you found a seller.
I said they're not for sale. Jesus Christ. I hate y'all.
No, I know that. I know this tactic.
I hate y'all.
Anyway, those are dropping later this month. We got the Nike Daybreak Coffee. Now, this is pretty dope. Now, I might actually get my first pair of Daybreaks off of these. And I like the fact that they're different. Like
They make them that size?
Yeah.
Oh.
And mostly brown shoe, which, I'm tired of all the black, white, and red. And
You could have got didn't you get the mochas?
yeah, you talking about by accident.
I didn't even get them.
What'd you do with your mochas?
Well, me?
Yeah.
Ended up keeping them. I was going to try to trade them, but then I was just like, fuck it.
You gonna wear them. Trying to figure out what jersey, what
I don't have anything. I
doodle
can't.
brown jersey you could put on with
And you know what? If they re-release the Satchel Paige Mitch on
there
this,
you go.
I can rock those.
It's gonna be a photo shoot.
You know what it is. The women's Air Jordan 1 Low Pink Gum is coming out in a couple of weeks.
Next.
You ain't even seen them.
Don't matter.
You like Jordan 1 Lows.
Yeah, ones that I can wear.
You can wear. Let's not act like.
I don't do that.
What?
I don't do that. I
Do
don't
what?
wear the women's shoes in the extended sizes.
Oh,
I
you'll
do.
sell them, but you won't wear them.
I'll rock a women's shoe.
I
don't give a
never
fuck.
have.
Never have what?
I never bought a women's extended size shoe. I've never had a reason to.
You know what I'm saying? But you'll flip women's shoes.
I've been wearing women's shoes since before it was cool.
You might want to rephrase that.
No, the Serena.
I
the
will
Serena
ring the
Williams-
bell, but
Hey,
No, I want to leave that just like it is to isolate it.
No. I think it's funny.
That
but
drop is
honestly,
isolated.
Yes.
You're gonna have
Thank you.
you're gonna have a new intro by next show.
make it the highlight. But no, the first shoe that caught my eye where I was like, oh, whatever, was the Serena Williams dunk back in, I don't know, I was in high school.
I'm just saying, if anybody was listening and not paying any attention or any context to what you said, like just you saying, "Hey, I was wearing women's shoes before it became."
Oh,
thing.
no, I'm aware. I think it's funny.
Cause the crying game.
Hey, man, do you, man? Just
Cheers.
be comfortable in your
It
own
makes
skin.
me, it makes me think of the Wedding Singer. The guy in his band, he kept playing this. He kept singing the same song over and over.
Right.
Does somebody kill me, please?
No, the dang, it was like "Give Me Time." Every time, and then like he only knew the one song.
It was Culture Club. It was the time won't
Yeah.
give me time. Yeah.
And like at the one part where he stayed out longer than he expected, so he finished the song and then immediately started singing.
Yeah.
You remind me of that person though. I forgot, it's an Arquette, right? The one that I don't know if it's a dude that is a chick now or if it's a chick that's a dude.
What?
The girl that played or the person that
dude,
played.
That's a chick, but the chick.
It was like a
that's dude?
transsexual that played that role.
So you
In the
trying-
crying game?
No, in the wedding singer.
So you're calling dunks a tranny? You
Well, he
said
the one talking about he wears
I
women's
think
shoes.
we're calling dunks comfortable.
You call what you want to. I am at you. Live your best life. Lego has a collaboration with Adidas. They have the Adidas ZX 8000 color pack.
I
Is,
like
is
those.
Wotherspoon involved?
Because that's what I want to hear.
so.
That's what I want. I want Legos hitting my feet. Like
I don't-
any parent knows that's the worst feeling ever. Like that's just a horrible combination.
It is horrible. I'm.
I like those.
Of course you do. Once again, the
What is that supposed to mean?
Because if
Hey,
everybody
hold up.
liked it, you would hate it. And if everybody hated it, you would like
Hold
it.
up,
That's
hold
how
up.
it goes.
Those varsity purple women's dunks that came out 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't rock those if they came in your size? You don't stand a chance, but Gino, you might be able to fit. Nah.
The purple ones? The
Yeah.
purple dunks? Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
That's a woman's shoe.
But I try to leave. But
You talking about the ambush ones or?
No.
No.
They're just
Oh,
the
the
white varsity
all-
purple.
nobody's saying that there aren't women's
Oh,
sneakers
I thought. Okay, I
that
thought you were
aren't
talking about the
appealing to
ambush.
men. Just the way you say it.
No, a few minutes later, I was like, hold on, dunks, try and save yourself a little bit.
Yes.
It's too late.
The National Park Foundation as a collaboration. Wow.
It's green, isn't it?
It's another Adidas ZX 8000. It's the Yellowstone.
Stop.
Their marketing team's working overtime.
Bruh. Like, when you are reaching at the bottom of the barrel, with
Well,
collab with the National Park Foundation.
Remember that, Adidas basketball just paid all that money for Jerry Lorenzo.
Wait. So
they
is
gotta
it
make
the
up
national
elsewhere.
park, or is it the show that's trending majorly right now?
What show?
Yellowstone.
Is it?
There's apparently a lot of people are talking about it. I'm just saying it's
Apparently all in Adidas Village.
Is it like is it
No.
like a Western themed show or a shoe? Because that's the show.
No, it looks like it's themed after the national park.
Oh well, I mean that's. I guess technically so's the show a little bit, but yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
It's on Peacock. I got talked into grabbing.
Did you get Peacock? Please tell me you didn't get Peacock.
All right, so here's the thing. So
He's disappointed in himself.
I
He
am.
knows.
No.
I know.
So my whole thing is, dude, I'm the one that bitches about I don't want yet another effing app for yet another effing channel. But then somebody was like, dude, Battlestar Galactica's on Peacock. And I was like,
Dwight Schrute.
I would like to watch Battlestar Galactica again. So I grabbed it. And then I was like, okay, but still. Then I was like, all right, I'll sign up for it. Then I'm like, oh, well, it's included free with your Xfinity. I'm like, oh, well, if it's free and I can have it on all my Roku TVs,
I'm not doing it.
okay.
It's free for how long?
No, it's free.
Oh, it's
As long
free
as you
for
have
that?
the-
Okay.
I'm not doing it. Like, out of protest for them pulling The Office off of Netflix, I was like, I'm just no. I'm putting my foot down. I'm drawing a line in the sand. No more apps for me. If it isn't on Hulu, Netflix, or Vudu, or any other multiple apps that I have, then I'm just done. Like, I'll just catch it on.
I mean, I'm not going to pay for any of them. But
No,
if
it
they're
doesn't matter.
Free,
It's just like, I don't feel like going through that. Like, I got to go through 20 different apps just to find the one show I want to watch. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, how do you
it's irritating. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's like if I want to watch, like I got it on Vudu. I bought The Office. They had like a sale. It was like all 9 seasons for like $3.
Right.
I'm like,
I stream shit.
like bought.
YouTube TV. And
Also-
Hulu, that's all I got.
Real quick, this has nothing to do with sneakers, but 2 shows I want to shout out. One, Your Honor. That's a great show. Basically, is Bryan Cranston. He's like Heisenberg, but he's a judge and he's not doing drugs. But still, he's breaking the law and trying to get away with it. Or at least his son broke the law. Without giving any spoilers. What? Fuck it. Spoiler alert.
He didn't get the reaction he was looking for, so he's like,
No,
oh, the
'cause
hell
I'm
with
like,
it.
'cause we talked about this last, like it ain't my fault. Like, it's like 6 episodes in, and if you haven't watched it yet, I mean, that's on you. But basically, he's a judge. His son hits somebody, kills him, and it just so happened that the person that he killed is the son of like this mob boss. So he was going to turn his son in, do the right thing. But as soon as he saw that it was the son of the mob boss, obviously, that person is looking to take the law into their own hands, and you don't want your son to be on the other end of that. So he went through all these lengths, or he's going through all these lengths to cover up for his son. But he's not as good as Heisenberg, because Heisenberg, he had all his bases covered. This one, he's like a step below, but within the same vein, I guess I would say. And then also, too, I'm looking out for WandaVision.
Tomorrow. Well,
Well, by the time they hear it, yeah. Last week.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Episode 2.
Yes.
Disenchantment drops on the new season drops on Netflix tomorrow.
What's that? Oh, that's that cartoon, right?
Uh huh. It's the one tattoo I have.
I gotta catch up. What?
I have a tattoo of Lucy,
Oh my goodness.
of Lucifer.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Where are you, little Nicky?
I mean, it's a great show, and I like to think of myself as the little devil on people's shoulders that whisper bad things in their ear.
I got a question, because it's made by the creators of
can
The
see
Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
Does it feel like that show is better than The Simpsons is now at this point?
Dude, I'm the wrong person to ask. I haven't watched The Simpsons in 15
That's what I'm
years.
saying. Like, I haven't watched The Simpsons in a year. I feel like it continues because of it's
Just because it
tradition.
doesn't. Yeah. Well, and it's also the same people that did Futurama. And I was a huge Futurama
I love
fan.
Futurama.
Yeah.
I definitely like Simpsons more than Futurama. Like hands down for me.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say hands.
We talking about
You also like
current Simpsons?
tapioca pudding. So
And Orville sneakers.
Burn.
no, but so it's by those same guys, and I think they did a great job with it. I'm curious to see how this season goes because the end of last season got a little disjointed. They have 2 seasons out so far, and I want to see if they pull it back and get it back up on its feet again.
I gotta like, because I remember Simpsons was like the bad guy, right? Like Simpsons, Bart Simpson. I remember growing up, like parents hated him, and it was talk show after talk show talking about the destructive nature of the Simpsons and how it.
Oh yeah,
impacted the kids.
dude, before South Park,
That's what I was saying.
yeah.
South Park came and just fucking blew them out of the water,
right?
And it's funny because I remember that one episode where it's like Bart, Stewie, and Cartman, and they're all trying to figure out who's more badass. And Stewie said he did something. And Bart
Oh, it was
like,
the Family Guy episode.
Yeah,
yep,
it was
a
like, I cut
two-parter.
the head
Yep.
off a statue, and he was like, I chopped up my friend, I chopped up a kid's parents and made him eat it.
And made him eat chili. Yeah,
and it was like, you win.
yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. And so I just think, and then you got Family Guy, who's I feel like it's in between The Simpsons and South Park because they can't be as
It's a little irreverent, but not quite as.
they can't go as far as South Park because South Park is on cable. Whereas
So to me, Archer has become the new South Park.
Rick and Morty's my go-to cartoon.
I'm gonna say Archer. I'm gonna say it's beloved because the brilliant thing about South Park is that it's topical, whereas Archer is just kind of ambiguous. It just,
Well, I mean, so you've got different genres. I mean, you've got different production times. The fact that South Park can pump out an episode in 6 days.
but even with that being said, though, Archer doesn't necessarily pick out a particular theme.
No, they're just generally
there.
funny.
Yeah.
Whereas South Park is more on they're more topical and like current events, pop culture, that kind of stuff.
Right. And to be, I guess my point is to be on the air this long, doing what
And
they're
to
doing,
be that, yeah.
and still be that good. I think they're better now than they were before.
Like this is the first year because of COVID and all that shit. They didn't have an episode that dropped the day after the election.
That would have been crazy.
Like
Can you imagine?
That's the stuff. Like they're all like
I can't wait for that episode.
they're all chain smoking and losing their minds right now because they haven't had an episode out since the pandemic special back in October. But like that was the thing. Like they always did. Like they would film like if I remember correctly from the special that I watched, they would do like they had like 80% of the episode done, like before the Tuesday of the election,
Right.
and then once the election happened, they would just crank. Like they would just pull an all-nighter and stay up and get that last 20% done to make it topical so that it was out the next day. Like to the point where like Comedy Central was nervous because the censors hadn't seen it yet and they didn't know what was really going to happen. But I mean that's how fast so that's the thing. Like Family Guy, it's 16 months to turn around an episode.
Yeah.
Archer, I think I saw that it was like 6. South Park puts out an episode in 6 days.
6 days. It's crazy how they turn it around.
Speaking of, shows and shoes, I know that Nike SB has done a Homer and Marge Simpson inspired SB. I know they did a Quagmire from Family Guy SB, but I can't think of any South Park sneakers.
Yeah, I can't either. That's crazy because even LeBron had the Stewie. Which ones are those, Gino?
What's
The
the
ones
Brown
that-
Fives?
Yeah, did they make it?
No, I
In
think
that- in that poll?
it was just no. It got eliminated in the first round.
Who's voting? Dog, I swear to God. This is what happens when you let 12-year-olds vote for sneakers. But let's get to this list. Anyway, the Supreme Nike SB Dunk Lows are dropping sometime early this year.
I think there's 4 colorways.
Yes.
I like them.
Of course you do.
And I think they do a good job at trying to pay respect to the OG high tops. I think in 3 colors, but this time they have a black and a brown one. And I'm feeling the brown one.
I'm not feeling any of them. So you have no. So any other hype beast size 15s out there, you have no threat from me. Like honestly, I'm out. Skepta special edition Nike Air Max Tailwind 5 comes out this spring. They look trash, but whatever.
I didn't like the last pair he did. I think the last pair was like a white one with a blue swoosh on the left shoe, a right swoosh on the right.
See, why am I thinking about something different? I'm thinking about the shoes he did. It was like a static. It was all black. It was an Air Max.
Maybe I'm 2 models ago.
Something. I forgot it. I mean, I may be off. I just remember it was black and then kind of like static a little bit.
That might
It
have been the
was kinda dope.
second one. Maybe I'm talking the first.
That was
one.
2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. And I might be butchering his name, but Salehi Bembury.
The soccer player.
No, the guy is he? No, yeah, what is he?
The dude that's got the shoe with LeBron.
No, with New Balance. Black guy.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna try and say it.
No, I mean I'm guessing I'm
I
saying
don't
it
know
right.
who he is. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
I think he's just a designer or whatnot. I know he's done some things with New Balance.
shouts out to him.
Yeah.
New
Right,
Balance
right.
is doing some stuff with Stray Rats too, which is kind of different than what I expected.
With who?
I think they're a clothing company.
Yeah, I've heard of him before.
I
But-
was gonna say, like again, you
It caught my
gotta-
attention.
You gotta let
Yeah.
me know what you were saying when you said that, because you just said they're doing some work with straight.
I mean, it's hard to keep up with shoes when you resell so many. But anyway, Salehi Bembury. His New Balance 2002 are dropped sometime this year. So just keep an eye out for all those shoes.
Come on, get to
Anyway,
the
good sneaker news.
No. Fuck that. Let's get to this Jordan list. This is
Wait,
what I
wait,
signed
no.
up for.
Before that,
That's part of the news.
before the worst Jordans of all
bad.
time, I want to talk a little bit about the Chinese New Year Street Hawker dunks and the Notre dunks.
Go ahead.
So we have, I think they're called the Street Hawkers or nicknamed that, and it's like a Chinese New Year inspiration, whatever. It's super hype, and I like the concept. I think it's kind of redundant, or they could have done more. Of course, everyone's going crazy. It's an SB, but I'm more excited for the Notre dunks, which is French for hours. And if you look at the swoosh on the inner side, it's got like literally looks like two hands locked or shaking.
Shaking, yeah. That
hard
was
to-
actually a dope little feature you showed me.
Yeah, shout out Clue for pointing that out to me. But what I was confused about was, so they got two colors. You know, I'm colorblind as shit, but one's like a bluish and one's like a light cream or beige.
Yeah.
And
Or a bone.
I feel like an idiot. I'm not sure which one is the general release or which is the more limited of the two.
I'm gonna go with the cream color is gonna be the more limited release because the blue pair is already on the sneakers app.
Yeah, and I agree. But if you look at all the celebrities posting, they've all got the blue ones. But I prefer the navy, and I know they're going to be difficult to get. But luckily for people in Michigan, I know that the owner of Notre used to work with Premier, so anyone who's going for him, that's probably your best bet. In terms of
how long does
stock.
that drive? It's like a 3-hour drive to Premier.
2
right?
hours each way from here. I used to do it all the time, but with COVID, they're not open, so it's shipping.
That's 4
only.
hours round trip. I'm trying to think. Do I want to be in a car that long?
I would do it at least once a month.
I don't know if I'm.
They started checking your address, so I started showing up with my passport
Wait, what?
because your address isn't on there. Before they closed for
All the
COVID, you're
angles
supposed to
will tell
live. Yeah,
So he's supposed to live near them?
for the local raffle, they have nationwide and local raffles.
Okay.
But when I was entering the local, I would just do in-store pickup, showing my passport, so there is no address on there.
I'm gonna have to reach out to them
And that will work.
Before they were closed for COVID, yeah.
because that's how I got my damn. What's that collab they did it like years ago?
With
The
Nike.
Patowski Stone.
Oh, that was their first SB dunk.
Yeah, that's how I got my pair. It was
Yeah,
through them.
that was before the Kanye-inspired Galaxy ones, and then after that they had the fish salmon inspired.
Salmons. They had with the candy canes. They had a
Candy
lot of
cane
them.
wasn't them.
I thought that wasn't them.
I don't think
I
so.
coulda sworn that
I know what
was
you're
them.
talking about though.
No, that man. Look, that's a string of.
Them Patowskis is
The
probably my
Petoskey's,
favorite.
I don't know
Oh
if
my
you know,
God, I
but
love those.
back then there wasn't crazy SB hype and it was kind of easier to get.
Yep.
But Premier actually released a limited amount with the letter P on the heel.
That's the one I got.
Those are those are fucking nice.
Yeah, I love those.
He got the only size 15 ever made.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, like
with
seriously.
the P on it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good winter boot shoe.
How much you gonna sell it for?
Cut it out, huh? Cut it
I'm
out.
feeding to this hype now.
Both
How,
of y'all-
how
both
much
of
you
y'all
gonna
cut
sell
it
it
out.
for?
No, I'm not selling them.
He should.
Them boys are nice. I love that wool upper and that man. That whole shoe. the
Wait, hold on. You
Patowski,
said that's a good winter shoe?
Yes.
It has an ice bottom.
He wears Jordan 8s in the winter.
Exactly.
There
Like
better
you wear
be a
your Jordan 11s.
Well, I switched.
If I
it-
had any fusions, I wear those too.
I got so much
Those wouldn't
hate.
touch my feet.
I got so much hate. I was saying my new winter boot is a Jordan 3 wool, and everyone's okay with that.
That shoe was trash, and I
Yeah,
like Jordan
horrible.
3s, but
Yeah,
that
I-
was
yeah.
that was like
That's back when they were just like, "Fuck it, let's do this too."
That was an easy cop.
I'm sure it was.
Man,
Did you get it on sale too?
No, actually.
Oh,
I think
damn.
that I could be wrong, but I think that was right around the time they actually pushed the sneakers app.
that might be right.
I don't remember. You know, the sad part with the sneakers app is it feels like it's been around for so long.
Well, I remember
now.
before the sneakers app, they were teasing it and they were giving like early access codes out, and we were selling the access codes. And then like 2 weeks later, it's public to everyone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, one of my biggest mistakes or regrets as far as buying sneakers are the Jordan 12 Wolves.
There's a pair of wool Hirachis I like.
The gray wool 12s? Trash.
I know. I got rid of those as soon as
What'd you do with them?
I got rid of them.
How?
Donated or returned?
I sold them for less than I bought them for.
You're a reseller.
I didn't resell anything. I didn't make a
You
profit.
did. It's not about making a profit.
It is.
You bought it and
Hey,
you resold it.
I'm about to lose on these J Balvins. I'm still a reseller.
So you Salvation Army? What do you call a Salvation Army? Aren't they resellers?
No, they're a thrift store.
So get the no, exactly.
That I'm gonna put some thought into my answer. That's
If you think the Salvation Army is resellers, like so basically, No Joe Kicks and the Salvation Army exist on the same plane to you.
Yes.
Salvation Army and Stadium Goods are the same thing to you.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Wow.
think there's like
Wow.
a solid in the middle here.
They're resellers, technically.
But
Dave
they're
was like,
actually
what the
donating. I think they're actually involved with charitable.
I'm not saying that they're not.
They accept donations and like I think it's a non-profit 301c whatever.
Again, I'm
they
not.
sell it. I mean, first of all, they only sell it to cover the overhead.
They accept donations, sell it for the bare minimum, barely pay themselves, and are like a charitable organization.
But according to him, they're
So
the
they're a
same as
terrible
Stadium
reseller.
But I
Goods.
don't think they're taking a loss because they're selling donations. Where a shitty reseller like Caesar just takes a loss.
I wasn't trying to resell them. I wasn't trying to flip them. I just wanted somebody to have the shoe.
Then why don't you just give them away?
You got
I ain't gonna take a whole loss. I ain't gonna take a whole. I'll take a lowercase L, not an uppercase L.
The fact that you really gonna try and justify it? Come on, man.
Come on, bro. Like,
So see,
but, whoa, time out. But I have given away shoes. Now shoes.
so have
like
I.
those pink and brown Ewings. Sorry, Noah. Those pink and brown Ewings that they sent me.
Wait, hold on. Time
That they
out.
sent me.
Time out.
I hope they don't
You
listen.
are trash. You are trash.
I was
you
like-
can't do that.
Why?
That's worse than being a reseller, in
How?
my opinion. You getting seeded product, you being given product, and you just, I don't want them.
I don't want them, so let somebody else who could get some use out of them.
You
get
sold
some
'em?
use out of them. No, I said I donated them.
Gotta check you,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, while we're at it,
It took me a long time to get rid of them.
I was
I'm sure
talking
it
to
did.
Caesar earlier, and while we're on the topic, I'll throw this out there about giving away shoes and shit. If we got any tattoo artists listening that want sneakers, I'll trade sneakers for ink time. Just throwing it out there. Contact me, DM.
I was wondering who or what was going to break the silence, but yeah, no, get your tattoos.
Do what you gotta do, man.
JD Sports acquires Shoe Palace for $681 million. An article written by Jonathan Ailey for the Financial Times.
You said Shoe Palace?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting tidbit. They used to have their own checkout platform, and they just switched to Shopify.
Damn, Wex Dog is on it already. He ain't playing.
Jimmy Jazz switched recently, too.
To Shopify?
Mhm.
Damn, Jimmy Wexler's killing
Jimmy
it.
Jazz, I'm not entirely sure what their platform was, but it was more similar to Foot Locker.
It seems they probably about to get bought by JD Sports next.
Didn't they acquire Finish Line?
JD Sports? Yeah.
UK
Right, they going.
UK retailer JD Sports Fashion has acquired Shoe Palace for $681 million. As it looks to bolster its position in the U.S. market, JD Sports will pay $325 million in cash and issue a 20% equity stake in its U.S. subsidiary, valued at $356 million, to the four Mershow brothers, who still run the business their father founded in 1993. The four Mershow brothers, George, Tony, John, and Ralph, will continue to manage the Shoe Palace business. First of all, do people still name their kid Ralph?
It's a white person
That
thing.
seems like such a 1950s, like Pearl. Like certain names, I just feel like just kind of just.
No, it's
die
funny about that. So one of my employees, his name is actually Ralph.
Mhm.
He tells us to just call him Dan.
Dan.
I guess it's his middle name or something, but he's like, yeah, just call me Dan.
I don't even know why that stood out to me. But anyway, the four brothers will continue to manage the Shoe Palace business, but JD's existing management team in the U.S. will begin to share ideas and best practices from next year. So basically, that's just
They
a nice way of saying we're going to start telling you what to do pretty soon.
Here goes some money. Sit down.
Yeah.
We don't need you anymore. We own your shit.
You're going to be the face. Yeah. In the year to December 31st, 2019, Shoe Palace generated revenues of $435 million and a pre-tax profit of $52 million. Wait, what?
Hold up. And how much did they pay for Shoe Palace?
$600 million.
Maybe
My math might be a little off here, but maybe in 10 years it'll make sense.
That implies higher margins than
JD
Finish
Sports taking the C's loss.
lowercase L's. That implies higher margins than Finish Line, which made similar profits but on sales close to $2 billion when JD acquired it. Shoe Palace has 167 stores, mostly located on the west coast of the U.S. Peter Cowgill, executive chairman of JD Sports, said its geographic concentration and its exposure to the Latino and Hispanic communities were key reasons for the acquisition. I don't look.
I'm not sure if I understand that last statement.
They're trying to
appeal to a different demographic.
To the hood of the West Coast.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. Thank you.
There you go. But why buy Finish Line? Turn around and buy JD Sports. I'm
about to tell you. So, Nike, basically, so for like the longest time they wouldn't allow.
Is this breaking news?
Kind of, sort of. Oh. So for the longest time, Nike wouldn't allow JD Sports and somebody else, I can't remember.
Snipes.
There you go.
I call them Snipes.
And Snipes and JD Sports, they wouldn't allow them into the U.S. market.
Hey,
so
I was warning Snipes. I know they acquired Mr. Allen to come into the U.S.
Yeah.
And I've already got European cats with bots ready to just unload on them. So we're coming for you.
Jesus Christ. All right. So Snipes and JD Sports for the longest time were being held back from the U.S. market because of Nike. And so basically Nike told them in order to get to the U.S. market, they got to eat up some of these smaller brands. And so that's what you see them doing. They're going after, that's why JD Sports bought up Finish Line out of buying with Shoe Palace, and then Snipes bought up Mr. Allen's and somebody else. Or they're trying to get some.
I know they're using the Snipes name.
Yeah. And so that's their entry into the U.S. market. That's why they're buying up to get in here. Was something else I want to add on top of that.
Let me ask you guys, when it comes to sneaker shopping, not necessarily like what's on the shelves, but the experience of buying the shoe before it was all online, do you prefer franchises or like mom and pop boutiques?
Mom and pop.
Didn't matter.
Me too.
Honestly.
Mom and pop. Because the only reason yes and no to what Gino just said, because to me it was all about getting to know the people at the store.
Yep.
But I feel like with the bigger retailers,
it's harder.
It's hard because they churn out so many different employees. Where at a mom and pop shop, you're more likely to see the same consistent faces long term. Like especially like the owner, like LeBron Weber, like Rick and Roll owned it forever, So you go there, you're gonna either see Rick Rowe, Jay John. They got different employees here and there too, but you're gonna mostly see the same consistent faces. Whereas, the Foot Locker I grew up going to, if I went there now, I wouldn't know who the hell worked there, So
that mall doesn't exist anymore. It wasn't the East.
Well, yeah, malls. Yeah.
Hey,
malls
what he's saying is, I need to show up and my size 27 is put on the shelf waiting.
God damn, you wear a size 27 now? Shit, you.
I wear a size 15. Y'all gonna sit up here and spit blasphemy on my feed, bro. Nah.
You grew that.
Fake
that
news.
quick.
Fake news. Nah, but no, shit. And you'd be surprised how much competition it is for that size 15. But no, I always like the boutiques, and they were like unique, because Foot Locker is pretty much cookie cutter. What you see at one Foot Locker, you're gonna see at the other one, at least regionally, right?
Now, I would say it's more like that. There used to be a point where it felt like distribution was a little bit more selective in terms of stores receiving.
Oh, it was
certain
as far as
product.
with stores. I'm talking about overall vibe though.
I feel like that aided into the vibe. Like, so me working at Champ Sports and working in somewhat suburban store at Briarwood in Ann Arbor, and then turn around and go into Eastland.
Yeah,
the vibe
night and day.
Exactly. The vibe is definitely different. But even like when you look at the product, like when I was in Briarwood, it was Nike Shocks, a plethora of running shoes. I get to Eastland. This is when like Griffey Max 1s were basically popping off.
Yeah,
it's like every single colorway possible. Like,
Well, yeah, you got your different audience because what Briarwood, mostly suburban,
yeah.
and you out there kind of like in a more college area, whereas Eastland is like hood.
Hood. That was
So,
fun times.
Yeah, so you got a different demographic altogether.
But I
I'm
think-
just saying,
but I
you
think
go in there,
that-
you're gonna see the same black and white striped shirts. You're gonna see the same, for the most part, same walls
Right.
layout. You know what I'm saying? Same music being played. Whereas you go to a boutique, you know, they got a different. The style is mostly dictated by the owner. You know, like
A
there
little
is,
bit.
right? Because there isn't like 100 Burn Rubbers. There's only like 1 or 2. You know, there isn't 100 Wishes. There's a couple here and there. There isn't 100 Undefeateds. It's like what 3 or 4 in L.A. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I've been to the L.A. one.
yeah.
It was actually, it wasn't a letdown, but I was expecting more. But I understand rent's expensive out there, and they gotta
Oh,
make
shit.
do. But
I mean, it's-
the coolest boutique I've ever been to in person was Bodega in Boston. In
Because-
terms of, like-
because of how it was set up.
But not just like the actual bodega, and you have to like go behind the cooler to see the real store. Like the actual store itself,
I heard
it was
about
kind
that,
of like
yeah.
a nicer premiere on the inside.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, that's one of the things that
round
has
2 was
actually.
kind of dope when we went out there to L.A.
That's always
I went to
intrigued
the
me.
Chicago round too.
Like
That was
I've
dope.
always just like played with the idea of well if I were able to get enough money to be able to have a sneaker store, how would I set it up? And all the different
You know
ideas
what?
always run through your mind, and you're like,
O-
how can I be different from everybody?
Opium-
else?
Soul Link was dope too in Miami. That was
Opium
another
in Paris was phenomenal because it's almost like it's 2 buildings next to each other, and one's more of a museum,
one. Yeah.
and then one's the store.
Oh shit! Now you got me thinking. Pata in London. That was dope. That was dope. I would even say the Supreme store was dope.
I've been to the Paris Supreme store, but I feel like that's more of like the same everywhere.
Yeah, like I mean, it was cool. Like as much as I get Supreme shit, it was a cool vibe in there. Foot Patrol, it was real small but cool.
I went to a Size in Paris. I'm not sure if
Size.
I don't know if
Yes.
is Size a franchise?
Yeah,
It is. I think
is
it
it?
is.
The one I
Oh,
went to
shit.
was about
Is
the
it-
size of this
It
studio.
feels like a boutique though.
But I think it's like a UK. Well, not necessarily like a franchise, but like kind of like they have like a couple stores.
There's
Yeah.
definitely one in France.
I think it's all UK.
Size is nice. I liked it. That's probably my favorite now I think about it.
But not UK when you said France. So.
Starco pissed me off.
I'm trying to think, what other stores do we go to?
I've only been to ones in Chicago. I ain't really been nowhere.
Oh,
Me and Caesar over here talking about all these European
yeah,
shops.
Paris,
and-
London.
Uh-huh.
I went to Chicago once.
More than once.
Oh man, do tell.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah.
Look at you, Globetrotter.
Hey man, passport is filled.
Hey, you know what was dope? Last time I was in Cali, they just opened a new DSM,
Okay.
a Dover Street market, and I don't have any other. I don't know if it's like they got one in New York, London, Japan. I think. I don't know if they look the same, but this was almost more of like a concept store, kind of like Colette. If you guys are
Right.
from, I thought those were the Colettes when I first walked in.
Oh,
But
man, I wish. Nike says that they would not support lawmakers who voted to decertify the presidential election results. An article written by Sheena Butler-Young for Footwear News. Shout out to Sheena, friend of the show. Nike is adding its name to the growing list of large corporations, drawing a line in the sand amid national unrest stemming from violent protests at the United States Capitol last week that were incited by President Donald Trump. The swoosh said recently that its political action committee will not support any member of Congress who voted to decertify the Electoral College results, adding that they are not yet making contributions at this point in the election cycle. Nike joins other national companies, including retailers Walmart, Amazon, and Target, that have recently moved to pause the political spending or are shifting their PAC strategies as the U.S. grapples with the fallout of last week's riots, which saw a pro-Trump mob storm the Capitol in hopes of overturning his defeat in the 2020 U.S. presidential election. The riots led to 5 deaths, and there remains a threat of possible armed protests at all 50 state capitals from January, well, most of this month up until January 20th, as well as the U.S. Capitol for the inauguration, which is total bullshit. Like, honestly, like the logical. I think I said this last week, and I really don't want to deep dive into it too deep, but just the logical hurdles you have to jump over to think that this dude was cheated out of an election. Like this, if everything you believe in has to be explained away through conspiracies, you really need to reconsider what the fuck you believe in. Like, to think that everybody is involved at such a massive scale to defraud this dude who's been caught lying multiple times. Like, for you, like, if it's easier for you to believe that Republican and Democrats across the board, from judges to local legislators to the Supreme Court to the Department of Justice to the FBI, to think that all the people are in some type of conspiracy and lying to you versus this one man lying to you. If it's easy to believe they're all lying to you and not him, like, it is something terribly wrong with your ability to discern or to pass judgment.
Ooh, I like
or
that
to
word.
or to distinguish the truth from anything
You
else.
said discern. I like that one.
Yeah, like, no, like, you are an idiot. Like, at this point, like, I have no other patience other than you are an idiot, you are stupid, and yeah, like, honestly, like, there's no other word for it. You are willfully ignorant.
It's kind of an American thing these days.
Yes, willful ignorance is an
Facts.
American
The
thing.
whole world, laughs at us. Like, we're Florida of the world.
Yes, and we think because we're still a superpower, we're resting on our laurels. But at some point,
are we really?
I mean, we're still a superpower but that's mostly because
I think we
spend
have
so
nuclear
much.
weapons.
That's what
Every
that's
country
that.
does now. Like,
Well, we flex them.
Yeah. Well, we got more than they do. But here's the thing, though. But we're not top in education. We're not top in health. You know, like, there's other countries with better healthcare. There's other countries with better educational systems. There's other countries where it actually means something. And at some point, history repeats itself, especially if you don't learn from it. We've seen great empires rise and fall. Like, what makes us think that we're any different?
they tried to do that last week.
Well, yeah, they tried to. You know. And one more thing, too, and I'm going to be done with it. You know, this whole, all of a sudden, people are, oh, let's unity, you know, let's move past this. No. Especially coming from the party of law and order, there needs to be some accountability. And just so people know that, once again, discernment and distinction, there's a difference between holding people accountable and canceling. Canceling is, hey, I heard this rumor about you, so I'm going to cancel you. You can hear me?
Send it out.
Oh, damn it.
That's what she said.
I'm going to let that go. But yeah, like, there's a difference between canceling and accountability. Accountability is, hey, when we know you did something and we're holding your feet to the fire, versus I heard this rumor about you, unsubstantiated, and I'm going to cancel you all over it. You know, and so, you know, like I said, you got people, you know, law and order until, you know, that hits home, and all of a sudden, you know, they change their tone all of a sudden, you know. But anyway, enough of politics, because that shit annoys the fuck out of me. But anyway, Venus Williams is now a K-Swiss ambassador. Hooray. An article written by Peter Very for Footwear News. K-Swiss, the heritage sneaker brand, or heritage tennis brand, announced recently a partnership with Venus Williams, accomplished star in the court who has earned 7 Grand Slam single titles and 4 Olympic gold medals during her storied career. But despite her career and accolades, K-Swiss says there were other reasons for the deal. K-Swiss said that the partnership with Venus was ideal because of her prestige, passion, tradition, and entrepreneurship that aligns with the core values. As part of the partnership, let's be honest, it had mostly to do with the tennis, because had she had all that other shit, minus the tennis, let's be real. Not saying it didn't help or it wasn't a part of the package, but let's not act like that's what really sold you. As part of the partnership, Venus will appear in K-Swiss's upcoming global brand campaigns. Also, K-Swiss will deliver a limited edition footwear and apparel collection designed by Venus, which is done in partnership with her activewear and lifestyle brand, 11 by Venus Williams. Aside from the shoes, the partnership will yield several apparel selections to complete a head-to-toe look, including the School Pride varsity sweater, the Razor Tank, the Racing Stripe legging, the Prep Rally hoodie, the MVP varsity jacket, and more. Prices of the Venus Williams K-Swiss apparel line would range from $68 to $298. I know. I don't know if I want to pay $298 for anything K-Swiss, but then
Have
again,
you guys ever owned a pair of K-Swiss?
I'm a dude.
No.
Me neither.
K-Swisses are the mountaineers of sneakers. Well, you know,
Wait, hold up. How you just said I'm a dude?
yeah.
I've never even thought about buying my daughter a pair of K-Swiss.
I bought my daughter, like, I remember back in the day, all white K-Swisses were like all white Air Force One.
Yeah,
Plus.
for girls, yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if that's still a thing. However, I like, once again, like, you know how they came out with the Explorer and then they came out with the Mountaineer? The Explorers were for dudes, the Mountaineers were for chicks.
Oh.
And so K-Swisses, they were the Mountaineers. They was like, all right, you know, my sister, my niece, girlfriend, whatever, you know, rock them K-Swisses. I ain't mad at you. Like, to me, it would be like me wearing Ugg boots.
That should be in the highlights about this show. K-Swiss is a Mountaineer.
It is. It is the Mountaineer of sneakers.
Did you say you would wear Ugg boots?
No.
Oh,
I said it would be like me wearing Ugg boots.
Not even I would wear Ugg boots.
thought I caught him there. Wait,
Ugg
really?
boots?
You was a white guy? You wouldn't wear Ugg boots? Like,
No, they make men's shoes. Both
They
of them
claim
do.
to, but I've seen guys rock them and something doesn't look right.
Yeah, something is very off.
And then
I ain't gonna lie
I
to you.
saw a guy. He's these are Ugg slippers. I'm like, all right, whatever
I'm
helps
straight.
you sleep at night.
I'm good. I'm good on that. Like,
Oh, the little slippers. I'm like, if you wear them in the house, like you wear that at home. Don't come out the house with those on. You gonna look real feminine. Don't do
yeah,
that.
just certain things.
I think Gino just said he rocks them.
No,
That's what it sounded like to me too.
the moccasins, the little.
Can we put
slipper?
that in the summary or the bullet points too?
Nah,
Yes. Does Gino wear moccasins or does he wear Uggs? Stay tuned. Find out.
I'll put my leggings on with them too. And drink my pumpkin spice latte.
As you check your listings.
Hey,
to see
only a
what's sold or
reseller can afford to go to Starbucks every day.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's true.
Stop.
Because even I can't do it.
I got a Keurig at home.
Sometimes I got to
do
switch
my
it
own
up and go to
coffee.
Tim Hortons.
That's all I do is go to Tim Hortons. I got the app.
No.
Tim Hortons is the shit.
Tim Hortons is cool. It doesn't get it like real. I know people shit on it because it ain't. It isn't
It's,
Starbucks.
it's better than Starbucks.
Shut your fucking
Starbucks.
face,
Starbucks
Dog.
is just a name.
dog. Stop it.
I'm just
Stop
saying.
it. Stop it, bro.
Dave,
Stop
let's
it.
get Resident White Guy. Resident White Guy will agree.
What?
What's better, Tim Hortons or Starbucks?
Oh God, Tim Hortons all day.
Y'all, dude, no.
Resident
you thought
White
the
Guy
Mandalorian
agrees.
was better than Breaking Bad?
Resident White Guy agrees.
It is.
No, it's not. Nowhere close. It's not. Nowhere near close.
But it is.
No, it's not.
What do you get when you go to Starbucks? I want to hear this.
It depends. Because they got the secret menu shit.
So what do you order?
No, they've got the secret menu and then they got the
C's-
influencers
They got
use
the
the
C's
secret menu.
So what's on the C's menu?
They
So it
low-key got
depends.
cheeseburgers in the back.
Okay. All right.
Dude, if there are more than 3 words in your coffee order, you're an asshole.
It's delicious. That's all that matters. That's all
We
that
agree.
matters.
The two white guys agree with you.
Like-
And that's why I like Tim Hortons. Like,
That's all that matters.
that's
Okay,
why
look,
I asked, like,
Dude,
what do you,
because,
what do you
it's because-
order?
listen,
I pull up-
that's the same reason people voted for Trump. He says things I like in a way
Double
that I
double.
can understand.
Yeah.
Listen.
No, there's a difference between I prefer a double to I want a grande mocha crappuccino flambe double
That's what I
half
said.
soy
Wait,
latte.
I want to hear what do you order. Like, I want to hear it. Like, what's your order at Starbucks? I wanna
And
hear
oh
this.
my
So-
God, I'm a racist. Like those are two different things. Like those are two totally different.
I'm starting to think they bleed together. But
I didn't see a whole lot of Starbucks cups last weekend at the Capitol. I'm just saying.
No, because they weren't racist.
They
Were at home watching the
They
racists.
had them beforehand.
No, you saw a whole bunch of Tim Horton cups. I think.
No, you
at the
didn't.
You know,
Capitol.
I was a barista once.
You saw
and
Bigby
I
cups.
was, yeah, let's agree to let's all beat up on Bigby.
Bigby expensive as hell. That's why.
For no reason.
For a very short period, I was a barista, and there all these, like you said, all these drinks people name, and it was a small like mom and pop shop in a nice area, and everyone there wanted the most ridiculous drink, and I was high and couldn't remember, and I was just pretty much making everyone like a cappuccino or latte or whatever, just putting my initials on it. And it was a terrible experience. Or someone's like, no, I wanted a wet latte, or I need more foam than this, and people take
Listen,
their
I'm
coffee
not-
very seriously.
I'm not saying
at
it ain't
Starbucks. At Tim
douchebags.
Hortons, you know what you're getting.
Exactly.
I'm not saying there ain't douchebags out there that go to Starbucks and they give it a bad name. But, people like me who love it and they make delicious drinks. Like, okay,
Dude,
my go-to.
No, I get it, dude. You like burnt coffee. That's cool. It's been proven. No, dude, it's an actual fact.
Oh, Dave, I swear to God, we and you are going to
Damn,
fight.
I
No,
thought you
it's
was
an
about to break
actual.
the
No,
table.
the shit
no,
out of
it's. They've said it. They burn the beans uniform. That they burn the beans the same way. That's why when you go to a Starbucks anywhere in the country, a Starbucks is a Starbucks is a Starbucks. Like that's what they do. They burn them So you get that
I
heavy.
mean, theoretically, that's how you make coffee. You put like scalding hot water through beans.
No. I mean, they burn the beans when they're roasting them.
Oh.
Like they deliberately overcook them, so that.
It's important to the thing to learn.
You
there.
guys remember when Big B's was called Beaners?
Yeah,
actually, I
that's
do.
and honestly, that's why I don't go to Big B's because they caved.
Why? Oh, because it sounds racist. Is that why?
Yeah,
Okay. But no.
and yet Cracker Barrel still exists.
Well, it's not racist if you white. You know, like if you were
Well, it's a
making fun
barrel
white
full
people.
of
As a middle-aged white guy, I'm offended by crackers.
Crabs.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
called,
say.
that's called balancing
really?
the universe. That's what that's called. But no, if you want to know, my go-to, especially during the summer, is I get a cafe vanilla frappuccino, and it's coffee based. Shit is delicious.
Hold on.
Time out. But this is where it gets great, right? So you got the whipped cream on top, but then you get the cinnamon dolce powder on top. Was that the combination of sugar, the granulated sugar, and the cinnamon on there?
There's a difference between
Ridiculous.
dessert and coffee.
I didn't say it was coffee. I said it was coffee based, and it's a frappuccino. So
Hey
I
man,
mean,
hey, you too big and black to be drinking something like that.
this is why I write it down and I slide it over to him like a hostage note. Like,
Oh man, that's actually funny, man. That's hilarious.
I'm just
hey,
gonna,
look, I'm
I'm
gonna
just
say
gonna
this.
let you marinate on that.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna say this though. Y'all talk that shit, but I guarantee you, if I had y'all try, because I remember Guru was talking that shit until I had him try it, and I guarantee he drinks that shit all the time.
It's probably a $15
Dude, I would.
drink.
I've been known to walk. Dude, I've walked
Depending
into
on
a
the size, about
Starbucks
$4 or $5.
and I've ordered a giant mocha Slurpee, and she's like, "Do you mean a venti mocha frappuccino?" I'm like, "No, I don't use your made up words. I want a giant mocha. I want a giant mocha Slurpee. That's what I want."
Oh my goodness.
And they're okay, but
I'm just saying, try it.
they're not coffee.
Next time you go,
It's just full of sugar.
this time you go.
I might as well. Just
Oh,
give
it's
me a honey
Anything that
bun.
tastes delicious is.
it's
Listen,
diabetes in a cup. It absolutely is.
America.
Name something that tastes delicious that isn't.
Wait, what?
Right.
What? That isn't sugar?
Yes.
I mean,
Steak.
Hold on.
Okay,
What was it?
come on.
What? You said something.
And then y'all put sugar in spaghetti. We
Like-
gotta do this whole thing
like,
again.
do I
Because it belongs
do I
in
have
there.
to do I have to like actually name her, or can I just?
Wow. On Dave. All right, let's get to this list.
Yeah, this is why I showed up today. Like I drove.
I gotta find it now.
I drove from work to hurry up and get here and was still late.
I almost think you was gonna come today.
That's what she thought.
That's what she said.
Oh my goodness. I already gotta watch what I say. Where are you? Where are you?
The next thing he gonna find out he lost the list.
That would be messed up, now, wouldn't it? Huh. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, all right, here's the list. Now, just to kind of remind people what the rules were. No, this is House of Heat. I'm sorry. This is their list. Just so you know, the rules that they held themselves to was
I think I broke it.
that they're listing colorways between Air Jordans 1 and 13. What the hell? This is why we can't have nothing nice.
Aha.
You still got that back part. Jesus Christ. Gino's up here tearing up the studio right now. Oh my God. What?
Just get to the list.
I wish we had video so we can see you just. I'm telling you, you have the agility of somebody with no thumbs. Oh my God.
It still worked though. So.
Okay. Anyway.
Tell Dave you did it.
This is the colorways of Air Jordan 1 through 13. Men and women's colorways only. No GS.
Wait, it's only up to 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Original silhouettes. No hybrids. No Team Jordans. None of that. No Dornbeckers. So as of last week, we did number 20, which was the Air Jordan 10 Lady Liberty, which I didn't find. Honestly, looking back at these, I don't hate them. I didn't hate them that much when they first came out. I don't hate them now. But I don't know. I feel like there was other ones that they could have went to. Number 19, we have the Air Jordan 7 J2k Filbert.
I have no idea what those are.
I figured that was that one.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I
That pack was horrible. That one.
The
and
blue- I like the
navy
blue
one.
ones more,
I didn't
though.
like either one.
2012 J2K pack was kind of the Jekyll and Hyde. One colorway was fairly decent. That's what you're probably talking about
The
the
blue one, yeah.
The other, well, you can see for yourself. The release along with Steve Nash's Nike Zoom BB2 Low had a connection to Nike's Trash Talk program, which focuses on recycling waste materials into wearable sneakers. But all we got was a load of garbage.
And recently they called their recycled materials space trash.
Yeah, but I think those are more on the nose than this one was. Number 18 are the Air Jordan Retro 5 Pro Stars. I kind of felt these. I kind of like these. Maybe because they were different than what we were used to. Just stop, because I'm just on my ear now. Just talking to broken microphone. This is literally a grade school colorway that somehow made it to a full-size run.
I thought you just said no GS.
No, they're making fun of it. They're saying it should have been a grade school colorway. Simple, solid black midsole would have made all the difference. No, we've seen it enough. Honestly,
I
get why it's
agree,
on the
but I
list.
don't know if I'd put it on.
I
What
don't-
number is it?
It's number 18.
It wouldn't go on this list.
Yeah, I feel like it deserves a little better than that. But
Yeah, I don't hate these. I got a pair. Like, honestly, I bought it because it was like, it's different.
It's got pink in it.
It's infrared.
What's wrong with that?
It's infrared.
He's anti-pink.
It's infrared. I'm not anti-pink. I got
You are anti-pink.
I got the no, all pink shoes, yes. I'm not going to buy the ambush Nike Dunks.
time out. Those
But-
pink suede car-inspired SB dunks coming. All pink suede.
Okay, you got to show me a picture of those. I can't think of them on top of my head.
It
Like,
doesn't
I
count
don't
'cause
mind a
they're
little bit of pink, but like all pink, that's why I'm like, nah. No, those are just horrible. Like,
As Dunks is wearing pink shoes in the studio
It's
right
not even a
now.
pink-
That's not
the per-
technically not pink. That's infrared.
well, one, that part ain't even the part that I'm more mad about. It's that phone part, that fake
The elephant
elephant
print.
print.
I thought you was gonna talk about the yellow and above on the.
Are these
the
worse
lace
than
locks.
the Weatherman's?
No.
No, Weatherman's.
Whoa. Shit.
No, Weatherman.
Hold on, let me see him again.
No, it's not the Weathermans that are actually horrible.
Ooh, boy.
It's the thermal
up there.
maps. That's
These are the
horrible.
upcoming pink Dunks I was saying I like.
Pass.
I mean, I wouldn't wear them. No.
But hey, look at the inspiration.
Well, I did have to win pigs fly dunks.
No,
So I guess I can't say
that's the
nothing.
thing though. Like, and I wish they would do more of that when they put these shoes out. Kind of show the inspiration or the story behind.
Are we
something, 'cause
sure
that
that
gives you
that's-
more of an idea?
Are we sure that's really the inspiration?
If that
yes,
is-
but I think it's a stretch.
I was gonna say,
Well,
I
I
feel like
feel like they
somebody
could-
just found that picture and was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
And I feel like they could have did more. Like put that number, that
Yeah,
oval.
I agree.
Whatever. Anyway, number 17 got the Air Jordan 10 wings.
Okay. Wait.
I
hold
didn't
up.
hate
This-
these.
Is that not the gold one, right?
No, these. I didn't hate these. They weren't all that great to me.
Man,
That looks like a
I'ma
OVO
tell-
shoe to me.
I'm gonna tell you real quick. This ain't gonna age well because that ice bottom.
No,
is
it's
going
probably
to look
yellow now.
horrible against that white. 2020's All-Star Weekend in Chicago was stained by a transit system inspired Air Jordan 10. I gotta agree. Complete with the metallic silver guards that channel the trains and colored piping out of the city's transit maps. Some inspirations are just not meant for sneakers, and the Chicago City Subway is one of them. Ooh, this one should have been higher. The Air Jordan 5 RA Laser. These were horrible back then. They still horrible now. These are trash.
Well, you talk about a shoe that's aged horribly.
Oh, they've aged horrible.
Like horrible.
But I thought they were horrible then. This is the kind of shit Jesse Pinkman would rock to a camper cookout. Wow.
So did you not like the laser print
Mm-hmm.
on the fours? You didn't like the laser print on the Dub Zeros?
I got, you know what?
I low-key like the Dove Zeros.
with the
I'm not.
laser print, right?
If the fours, I felt like if that was like a one-off type
The
thing.
first time, but then when they
Yeah.
tried to redo it
No,
with the blue,
the second one was horrible.
When they kept doing it and then added on other shit, I'm just like, okay. And then they moved on to these fives with it. I'm just like,
I
bruh.
bought the blue ones, looked at them,
Stop.
and I was disappointed.
That's the thing.
And
with-
I think it was a higher retail price.
sometimes Jordan Brand and Nike are like fat people at a buffet. They don't know when to stop.
I personally take offense to that.
You should. So
Coming from
forget y'all. But these shoes are hot garbage though.
But that shoe reminds me of just the era. That shoe looks like baggy clothes to me.
Oh, I disagree
Like-
with this next one. Now how this one ranks higher than the other one is bullshit. I want to reach out to somebody from House of Heat. Number 15, the Air Jordan 7 ugly sweater. Y'all can go to hell with that. Those are dope.
Let me
I mean,
see that
if
picture.
if it's gonna be on the list, it should have been much lower.
That reminds
should
me
not
of
have been on the
the
list.
Huxtable dunk.
That's
I don't
why.
mind them.
This is
That's why.
clever. I thought this was such a clever way of doing it.
I'm mad that they called it the ugly sweater. I'm mad they couldn't call it what it should have been called.
Well, yeah, it's based on his outfit in the Olympics. Or, no, wasn't that commercial?
I think in the commercial.
Was it McDonald's commercial, right? Him and Larry Bird? Is that what I'm thinking of? I don't know, but whatever reason, I thought this was...
No, it was the outfit in the Olympics. And him walking in the street.
Yeah. I thought this was a very clean and color... I thought this was... It wasn't too much. It was just enough because you had the white base and, you know, the...
What year did that drop? Did that drop around the time of the Olympics? I don't think so.
I don't know.
See, that could have helped sold it.
These had to make the list from his name alone. No, it didn't. A pair that featured in my list of most regretful pickups, the aptly named ugly sweater Air Jordan 7 is just that. No, it's not. Who wrote this list? I want to know now. In fact, the T-shirt that inspired it is anything but, so how can something so lit be recreated into something so meh? I don't know, but they managed to do it. I thought these were clean. I love them now. I got a pair. And I don't regret that purchase at all, so screw you, buddy. Now, this one was trash, too. I thought this should have been a grade school shoe, too. Number 14, the Air Jordan 6 Beijing.
I like those.
These are such a kid shoe.
Now, in terms of how they age, because of that patent leather,
that age
horrible.
Oh my god,
like horrible. But I like the shoe. I thought the shoe was decent.
No, another gold medal for Team USA at the Beijing Olympics. But what do we get to celebrate it? A flimsy patent leather trainer that looks like it spilled out of the Lego factory.
God, shut the.
Is this based strictly on color or like
Yeah,
materials?
I guess
fit?
materials has something to do with it too, but mostly colorway. The idea was to capture the colorful spirit of the Olympic Games, but there are better, more tasteful ways to do it, which definitely doesn't include embroidered decal on the toe cap. That's the part that I really couldn't stand. Yeah, that part on the toe.
Yeah, because it looked like a wingtip shoe a little bit.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so
I hear
stupid.
that. But I mean, if that's the case, the motorsport should be like in the top 10 on that list, in my opinion.
I agree with this one too.
The
I don't
Force?
know. I don't know.
No, the motorsport 6 it's a trash. It's a horrible 6. It's plain.
Oh, the white and black ones?
Yeah.
I don't hate them. This next one, too, this goes back to my discussion with Air Jordan 1s. The Air Jordan 1 High Crater.
Wait, the black recent one?
Yep.
I don't mind them.
I applaud Nike for directing their product into recyclable and sustainable materials. But is it too much to ask for something that looks good, too? Nike Space Hippie lineage is complete fire, but by looking at these and the aforementioned Filberts, Jordan brand just doesn't seem to have it down pat. And I got to agree, I wasn't that thrilled with these. I mean, granted, you can probably get away with them because they're mostly black.
I'm all right. I like
I was
them.
just kind of like, whatever. Now, this one, yeah, I agree with this being on the list. The Air Jordan 2 Iron Purple.
Yeah, that one was horrible.
I don't know what made
that green one better be on there as well, if that's the case.
That was another one that did
horrible.
There's about 5 Air Jordan 2s from 2014 alone.
And you wonder why they won't bring them back.
Real talk. Real talk. He ain't lying right here. There was about 5 Air Jordan 2s from 2014 alone that could have made this list, but we settled on the worst one. They can kiss my ass at this next one. Number 11, the Air Jordan 5 What the?
What, that just came out?
Yeah, the red and yellow pair.
That was terrible. I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan of mismatched shoes.
I love
so that's my
shoes.
caveat. I'm not a fan of
Because I feel like that's
shoes.
the whole point of What the is to be as outrageous. So
I get that, but me personally,
because when they did what was it, the top 3 5s,
yeah.
or even when they did the
fours.
to me, I'm like, that's the whole point of doing a What the, you know?
Yeah. No, like I get it.
Like if you're gonna go crazy and do something ridiculous, that'd be the moment to do it.
Well, let me rephrase when I say I'm not a fan of mismatched shoes, because when they first,
So you got a clear bias towards mismatched shoes, so that's why you were against them.
Well, yeah, because like when they first did like the whole What the theme,
Yeah.
when they first did it, it looked good that way, but with these 5s, it was basically an all red 5.
Tell me
all
the
yellow
first What
5.
the shoe.
It wasn't the Dunk, was it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. At the time of publication, this pair had not yet even
Didn't it have a
released.
pigeon on it too?
Yes.
Yeah, see? Jeff Staple, what up?
But we don't need to see them in
He's
hand.
working on a pair of New Balance right now. He's busy.
Same colors.
We need to see them in hand or foot to realize that it's a mess. Yes, we know what the colorway are supposed to be a mess. There's just something about the palettes of the 4 selected shoes that just don't work. What are you talking about? Or perhaps we're accustomed to seeing What does in the past, present, each panel of the upper with a different finish. Maybe that makes all the difference. All I know is that they're butchered 3 classics and 1 aforementioned sneaker.
I mean,
Listen.
I don't like their response to why they're putting it on the list.
I
The
feel like
one
they've been-
thing I like the most about that shoe though
Yeah.
is the fact that they took obscure Jordan 5s to be able to make it.
That's the part I like about it too. But another thing about the person that's writing this too, by the way, is like he's so hit and miss. Like there's like the 2s. He was so on the nose with those, and then he comes back with he follows
The
it up
2s
with
should
this.
be higher.
Way higher. That should be like top 5 easily. Oh boy. The Air Jordan 11 Lab 4, aka Gimp Suit 4s.
Let me see this one.
What the? Yeah. All of that whole pack. That and the
What
fly.
movie was that?
That and
Okay,
the,
I'll be honest.
the fly knits.
What movie was that?
I don't hate those at all.
What movie was that? The Gimp. Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames. Oh my goodness. Damn it, Dave. What? Fuck.
I feel like we need Jeopardy.
Tarantino
music.
movie with Bruce Willis. Big movie. I cannot. Mid-90s.
Oh my God, why am I brain cramping?
I know. I saw.
Oh shit, the whole dance thing with Uma
Yes.
Thurman.
Yeah, Uma Thurman and John Travolta.
Pulp Fiction.
There we go. Yeah. The Gimp in the movie. He was wearing like all black. Anyway.
I don't want to get attacked, and the whole whenever they were mixing like different designs or whatever, 11 Lab 4 or 3 Lab, whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
But I don't think that should be towards the top of the list of the worst.
I don't think so either, but I think it deserves to be on the list.
Yeah.
It should have been like number
It's
20.
better than there was a 3 that they mixed with another Jordan.
Well, we'll get to that. I don't know if it's going to be on the list.
Those
or
were
not.
bad.
Oh, that
But,
reflective 3 was what was bad.
Yeah.
Did anyone else think of CJ's Gimp suit from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas when they first saw these in 2015? Oh, that's the gift they're thinking about. I sure as hell did, and I still do. I suppose that they would come in handy in a sex den, but apart from that, these should never be worn, seen, or even talked about ever again. Okay. Number 9, the Air Jordan 1 Shattered Backboard 3.0. I gotta agree. This midsole and the what killed it for me was the midsole and outsole. That's what kept, like they felt beholden to have some type of sail part of the shoe on there, and I just kind of felt like, okay, but the outsole still could have been orange or black. Like the fact that y'all just went with this all, sail colorway.
I'll agree that shoe should be like top 20 worst, but it shouldn't be in the top 10.
The worst thing, I agree with everything, but the worst part is give that shoe 5 years and people are going to be.
You already see what's happening to it now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now everybody wants it.
Yep.
So come on, man.
This has to be the biggest letdown in Air Jordan 1 history. When word first broke of a Shattered Backboard 3 set to arrive in bread blocking, most people lost their minds. Mock-ups of a full-grain leather release fueled the excitement for months. I do remember that. Only to find out that these chicken grease and plastic wrap joints was what we were getting. And to make it worse, it came sitting atop a stale as fuck sole unit. Yuck. I gotta agree. That's what killed it for me. Was that part.
It gives it character.
No, this is probably what you're talking about, Dunks. Number 8, the Air Jordan 5 Lab 3.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Trash. It's not often Jordan Brand can absolutely destroy a classic silhouette like the Air Jordan 3.
They
But when
have.
they do, they
Worse
make
than the Wolves.
The Wolves should be on there
yes,
too.
they make a complete and utter butchery of it, reminiscent of the space age Adidas Kobe 2. These colorless, shapeless, smooth, and not to mention fully reflective Air Jordan 3s are just straight up hideous, and they crease like a motherfucker too, because it's all 3M.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I disagree with these. Number 7, the Air Jordan 11 Low IE Vote. I disagree with that. I actually thought those were pretty cool. The Low IE originally dropped alongside the OG 11 and never
Hold on,
really
is this
picked
the
up
black
steam.
pair?
No,
No, this that all yellow pair, basically. Yeah.
I actually
Because that came out that pack that had the fuchsia and
It's
like
just
the blue one.
that's just too neon or loud for me.
No, this is not the.
Whoa. That's too neon or loud.
Put
So
your shoe up
everything
again.
that
But
Nike did,
But I'm saying like that.
tennis ball colored, was too much.
I like the A-Life Reebok pump tennis balls, but something about that, I don't know. I'm just.
Here's what I would
It's probably
say.
the shoe.
Here's
do
what
like
I'll
that
say
shoe.
because
Well,
out
no,
of the
'cause I like
pack,
it in black.
and then this is crazy because you'll never hear me say this about a Vote shoe again. Is that I feel like this was one of the more toned down, like because the blue pair. What was it? There's fuchsia and not fuchsia.
It was a fuchsia pair, and I can't remember what the third.
It was like a
pair
blue.
Was.
It's like a teal.
Yeah.
Those Where those hurt my eyes looking at
They
them.
look like coral.
These don't really. I don't like these weren't as bad.
Because the elephant print
The elephant
on
print
there
breaks it
helped,
up.
Yeah. So
But anyway, the low IE originally dropped alongside the OG11 and never picked up steam, but that hasn't stopped Jordan Brand from unloading upwards of 30 or 40 colorways on us over the years.
stop.
It ain't been that many pairs though.
And the 11 IEs are not. Those are dope.
Yeah.
That's a
2018
dope ass shoe.
Thank you. 2018's Neon Pack was a mockery. This being the worst of the lot. No. The
That
teal
fuchsia.
pairs was
That fuchsia pair.
that future pair. Between that and the teal, it had to. Yeah.
Can we refresh what IE stands for? I think it came up once, and we all said something different.
I used to always call it the international
Honestly, nobody
edition.
knows.
That's what I used to
I even
call
asked
it.
people at Jordan Brand. They was like, they just kind of went with it after
Well,
a
of
while.
course they don't know because they don't know shit anyway. Come on now. Let's be
Maybe
real.
it's in Europe.
I didn't say that, y'all. That was Gino. So when y'all talk about seeing us pairs and stuff,
You see the shit that they put out. You reading this list?
that ain't my list though.
We didn't even take the time to make our list. We're just gonna criticize.
Yeah, somebody else's. Number 6, the Air Jordan 4 Ginger.
Okay, stop. That's a good shoe,
Let me see
and
this
it's
one.
got premium materials. That's nice
Okay,
leather.
See, that's how you know it's a bad shoe.
No.
That's how you know. Anytime somebody's response is, but the materials,
No, I genuinely like that
it
sneaker.
looks horrible.
Yeah, it does. I forgot about that one.
It looks horrible, bro. Sorry.
I know. That's
I'm
fine.
I'm happy.
I'm not backing down though. I like that sneaker.
I'm happy that it's leather.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
pretty sure that
now-
it
now
better be
it-
premium if it's gonna look like that.
Now, had they used suede or nubuck on it, that would have been
No,
atrocious.
now if they had did like a Timberland type thing,
not on the 4.
you can get away with it on the
No,
floor.
not on the 4. So look.
It depends on how you. It depends on how you color block it.
No, not on the 4.
Think about the Victor Cruz joints, put in the Air Jordan 4 form.
It's not gonna look right on the 4. No,
It's equivalent.
but it's not.
Dog, they not that far
The
apart.
only thing you can do Timberland wise, and they've already done it, was the 9s, because it already kind of looks like a boot, so it kind of
Bruh.
fits.
It is a boot. Damn it.
Dog,
It's a baseball cleat.
you can make that happen. You can make that work.
I don't see it.
You can take that same color blocking that you took on the Victor Cruz's joints, if people still remember those shoes. Had that white black combination of a midsole, had the gum bottom outsole.
But why
And
don't you
had
go work for Jordan Brand?
I
You
should.
design the shoes.
I should.
It just hasn't been announced yet.
See.
I don't think it's him working for him.
Um,
He bought Michael Jordan himself.
Well, hey, he had the job lined up. Then they found out he was buying Reebok, and they had a conflict of interest.
Probably so.
we know what the
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
we know what
On
the
the side, he's working with Jeff Staple.
oh my goodness. We know what they're trying to do here, ride the wave of Hinder scheme. But without that artisan touch, nor the fine materials, these joints came out as hideous as ever, with the peanut butter color on a plastic Play-Doh like upper.
Are you still talking about the Gingers?
Yeah. This is what they said.
You really
that
feel
sounds-
You really feel disrespected,
Well,
don't
I'm
you?
thinking peanut butter would have been a better name than ginger, but I still like the colorway. But as much as I hate getting off topic, I have to bring this up.
I got to say this real quick before you guys say what you guys say. The official images give this way too much justice, so we've attached an in-hand image too, just to show you how horrible these things are. And I'm glad they did that, because there is a huge distinction between the Jordan Brand pictures and what you actually saw in person.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad they did that, because that is true about a
it
lot of
looks
sneakers.
stale.
Very.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
You mentioned Hender scheme.
Yes.
Are we classifying them with the Warren Lotus and all this recent bootleg shenanigans?
I did too, but I mean, I did.
Because they don't have error in the I don't even know how to describe Hender scheme. I'm familiar with
I
them.
did. I honestly, I thought it was more artsy fartsy, that thing that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really see them. Like, I mean, I know they sold shoes, and I guess you can label it as that.
No, but it didn't feel like it was actually bootleg.
Yeah, I thought it was more of just an art thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, I didn't think too much of it as far, like, because I never seen anybody wear a pair.
I don't think I have either.
I guess it's like Salvation Army not being a reseller.
I think they're. I'm not even going to. Let's just go back to the list.
All right, number 5, we have the Air Jordan 3 Lab 5.
Oh yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one I was
Yeah.
talking
gotta
about.
be on the list.
Yes.
I think I saw some influencer wearing a picture or wearing them in a picture, and I was like,
Wasn't
"Those
a
are-
real
It'd be
influencer.
interesting. I wish Jordan Brand. I wish Jumpman was here.
Oh god.
I wish Excuse me. I wish Jumpman was here because, oh my God, I just know the fits he's throwing right now.
Every shoe. He probably would have took your phone and threw it out the window and said, "You can't read that list."
Or dunks. He would have threw dunks on the
Both.
window.
He would have put the phone in Dunks' hand.
Do you
and then
realize?
threw him out the
Yes.
window.
Do you realize when I started coming around is when he kind of stopped? I don't know if everyone
God
noticed.
damn it! You ran the legend off.
I don't know if, and I feel awful about it.
Shit.
Oh boy. If
Damn.
people didn't have reason to hate you before,
I feel bad about it. I'll leave until he'll come back.
Connected the dots on his own.
man. Anyway, good design is meant to be polarizing, but it's also a trait that's often passed by bad design too.
He was around when I started.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's mostly to do with his job though.
No, it's the second I said Jordan 11 boots.
No, because he wasn't even here when you said that. He had to call him.
Well,
Was that the
that
time
wa-
he's gonna pull up on you?
yes.
He's gonna pull up on you like they pulled up on Ricky
Hey, look, that is probably the
and Boys in the Hood.
That's probably overall my favorite moment since I've been on the show.
Bruh.
It's because it literally sounded like
Dog, you hear the door closing, you hear the car starting up. It's like, and you know, and this is the best part about it. As far as he lives away from the studio at the time, you knew if he showed up, he's showing up for some business. He ain't coming here to talk. Like,
Oh man, I look in my mind. I just knew he was gonna say,
That's
"Hey,
like he had the
Cease,
airship.
let me in the door."
that's back when he had the airship. Yeah, that man. What's the combination? I'm coming in.
Oh, man,
Man. Okay.
thanks, Dunks.
The
I'm
Jordan,
sorry.
the Jordan 3 Lab 5 is probably one of the wildest sneakers in Jordan Brand's back catalog, but that doesn't mean it's a winner. The iconic elephant print works so well on the Air Jordan 3 because it was done in small, tasteful amounts. This sneaker really does seem to prove that too much of a good thing is bad for you. I 100% agree.
So then I know what else is gonna be in that list. Then the Flip 3 is probably gonna be up
Hey,
there. If
no,
they talk bad
see-
about elephant print.
Hey, we're gonna get to number 1, and he's just gonna lie to us and say the J Balvin's.
We'll
I already know how this goes.
We'll see. Number 4, we have the Air Jordan 2 women's Rivals.
Oh, that's the one that came out this past last year. I didn't think that was bad.
That's I don't even know.
I've seen worse.
These are bad.
Those colors don't.
Again, I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of the mismatched shoes, but I've
These are
seen
bad.
worse.
Honestly, these are bad. Like, you can't do everything.
Again, and you wonder why we can't get 2s again.
These are bad. Like, no, like, I mean, quit putting out bullshit 2s. Quit putting out bullshit 2s
In my opinion,
that I have to talk about and beat up on.
I know I'm gonna get attacked for this, and I know it's gonna sound a hype beast. 2s were never even on my radar until Just Don got involved.
Oh, my God. I know. I'm turning on my headphones, too.
No, I'm honest.
That's it, folks. We ended the show 270
No, I'm just-
episodes.
I'm
It was
just-
a good
I'm
run.
gonna go hop off the window.
It was a
myself.
good run.
I'm being honest. I don't own a pair of 2s.
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
own a pair of 2s either, but I mean to say they weren't on the radar.
I mean, I knew they existed, but I was never like looking them up, or I can't like if you showed me that, I wouldn't know it was called the Rival. I'm just not as familiar with them.
okay, that
I
sounds
love
a little bit better.
I
than what you
love
were
2s.
initially
I
said.
swear to God, Jordan Brand better retro those boys at some point. Like, I need them.
They
in my
gonna
life.
give you the iron purples again.
Oh my God, please don't. Anyway, back to these women 2 rivals. Speaking of busy, Wowie, that's what he wrote. The women's Air Jordan 2 rivals went to town on the color and materials for the NBA franchise mix and match with satin, leather, jersey mesh, patent leather, and basketball textures, all arriving in heavily saturated hues. What could go wrong? Everything.
That wasn't.
Everything could go wrong. These were bad because that was another thing I didn't remember is that they used not only different colors but different materials for each color, and it was just too much. It was too busy, too messy, too much going on, bro. Here you go, number 3, the Air Jordan 3 wool.
Yeah, so I figured that was gonna be on there.
These are so ugly. I don't even know where to start, so I won't.
I'm
Not
so
even
happy I
review.
didn't wear them tonight.
Honestly, I remember when they came out. I think I did a video on these, and
Oh,
like
wow.
having to lie to people and try to feign any amount of excitement for this.
And you
shoe.
still didn't get any pairs, huh?
I didn't want it. Honestly, I would have donated those too. Honestly.
You took that lowercase L.
Hey, here we go. Number 2, the Air Jordan 12 wool. What's worse than the wool in Air Jordan 3? The Air Jordan 12. From an ugly, stale brown, grainy wool that uncomfortably doesn't match the mud guards. Just looking at it make me nauseous. That was the thing that bothered me too, is that the wool
It
had
was
like a
different color.
brown base to it.
It looked dirty.
It really did.
Yeah.
It could have been. I mean, I feel like the mud guards really didn't bother me. Like the black mud guards would have been cool. I think having like that translucent outsole, that smoked out translucent also didn't help. And like I said, that brownish wool just didn't work at all. And so anybody want to guess what number 1 is?
The J Balvins.
Gino?
Well,
Or
like I
pair of
said,
nines.
Well, like I said, if they're beating up on 3s and they're beating up on elephant print, that's why I said the flip 3s will probably be up there.
I'm surprised that the red 4-lab ones didn't get on it. The 4-lab, no.
Or the fly knits.
The 4-lab ones. The fly swatters.
Yeah, that was terrible.
The fly
I wore those in the summer, too.
They look too big for you.
Now, how the fly swatters didn't make this list?
Fly swatter.
The 4-lab ones.
I gotta look at it again. Ooh, gotta close that browser.
No, we beat up. Oh, wow, porn. Pepsi, that's what he does all day?
No, the Pepsi phone is over here. Oh, yeah, no, these were horrible.
Yeah, I'm surprised the 401.
You talked about a bad Jordan 1?
That was horrible.
There you go.
We built our show on that one, beating that show up. But anyway, number 1 is, you guessed it, the J Balvin Jordan 1. I'm not even making it up.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even making it up. Like, that's literally what they got. I'm sorry, Jay. In a word of lazy...
You wonder why prices are plummeting.
Hold on. He took it further than I thought. He photoshopped it.
No,
he wrote the article.
This is on the article.
He wrote it. It's on Sneaker Bar Detroit. He wrote it.
Number 1, J Balvin Air Jordan 1. I'm sorry, J Balvin. In a word of lazy collabs, this is definitely not one. It's 100% you. No, this is a lazy collab. I'm sorry. It's what a collaboration should be, and for that, no, it's not. Don't see. I hate when people have to talk shit about something. Before that, they got to give you platitudes to try to couch the criticism they're about to give you at the end. But for everything else, I hate it. It's flagrantly, in every way conceivable, an eyesore and straight up ugly. UGLY.
Now, they missed some shoes. I'm pulling shoes up now. These are the Nightshade 2s are the ones I was talking about when I said the green pair.
Yeah, the J. I'm looking at this shoe. The more I look at it, the more I just want to just not buy sneakers no more. This is absolutely the worst sneaker I have ever seen in my life.
Don't go there.
No hyperbole. I will wear a pair of Yeezys before I wear a pair of J Balvin's. I'm not even bullshit.
I think we should do a charitable
giveaway.
fundraiser.
Yeah, I'm about to take a lowercase L.
I swear to God, this is the worst.
Do they make Yeezys in the 15?
They do. They do.
You should get them some.
I'm about to.
All right, bet.
I'm being dead serious.
I'm gonna bring those in the J Balvin's. Maybe pick your poison.
I'm dead serious. This is the
he might just chop his feet off.
Shoe I have ever seen in my life. It is
no, it's not
a hot mess. It's a hot mess of colors. It's a hot mess of shapes. It is a hot fucking mess. And to take an Air Jordan 1 and just butcher it to this point where it's just like I don't even want to look at it. Like
you really disgusted by it.
I am so disgusted by it. Like movie reference. Anybody seen Quantum of Solace when it came out?
Oh yeah.
You know that part where my man fell off the building and landed on my man's car? And he was like,
"You getting too deep for the intro."
And he was like, "Oh, he looked at me." Like, he couldn't even stand to look at the guy. He was like, look at me. He looked at me, and the guy went out there and shot him. That's how I feel about this shoe. It's like, oh, my God. I can't even look at you right now. I don't even want to look at you. This is horrible. This is horrible. But I know people are going to be like, oh, this is dope because the colors. Because
it hasn't been done before.
They're going to be – just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean it's good. Different does not always equate to good.
This is true.
I hate that argument. Well, it's different. And so what? Like, there's a lot of different things out there. Doesn't mean, it's good.
Yeah, I'm still going through ugly shoes. I mean, I could have said the Union Force. Could have went on that list.
Yes, the Union Force was done. That was a
the
lazy
black one.
collab.
I like the cream color one. That one is
guava.
decent. That's what it is, guava. I like
both
guava.
of those.
It's a very tasty fruit there.
Both of them deserve to be on that list. And that's the problem I have with a lot of people nowadays because the name sells. They hear Union, so therefore they got to get it. Or they know it's going to be limited, so therefore they got to get it. And that dictates how they see the shoe as opposed to the actual shoe itself.
Since we got through this list, can we just mention some other silhouettes we can't stand?
The fly knit 4s. Those are horrible. Especially this orange pair I'm looking at right now.
I didn't hate the Flyknit ones, which got a lot of criticism.
Oh, those are horrible. I know that should have made the list.
What?
Matter of
The
fact,
Flyknit ones?
that-
Everything
that-
Flyknit.
Oh, yeah, they could have knocked the 10s off of those.
Let's see what. Yeah, let's see.
You know what else I hate?
Are we
The
still talking just Jordans?
alternate Olympics 7s.
I didn't hate those as much as everybody else hated them.
That could have been on the list.
But it was just like, why release it? What are we doing?
You know, the Cyber Monday Jordan 3s or whatever they call
Oh
them.
my
Trash.
goodness, yes.
Well, okay. Well, if you
And then
don't-
StockX was like, we're gonna make customs out of these.
Look, put an X on the back.
Hold
Look how
up,
creative we
hold
are.
up. So
If we can add that to the list as well.
Oh my
Should be.
goodness.
I'm about to go through like each Jordan 6s. It's a horrible Jordan 6.
I'll fight anything, really.
I'm really about to try and go through right now.
I know I'm going through the Rolodex of sneakers in my head right now.
Well, I've got like non-Jordan silhouettes or sneakers I don't like. Or recently, the Dunk Disrupts really pissed me off. It's like an elevated, different sole.
Oh, all right. So, can't think of any other shoes right now. I want to say the Dornbreaker 13s.
Week 6s.
Yes. Oh no, those gold ones too. Those are pretty bad too. Anyway, we're gonna try to think of our own Jordans to add to this list for next week. But this is episode 278. So we'll see you guys next week. We love you. We out. Peace.